Yes, dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. But of course, you already knew that. And we are back in the West Wing of Hold My Nuggets Incorporated in the studios for your 8th annual Chiseled Adonis Awards. Now that the NFL season is finally concluded, it's only right that we take a moment to reflect on the wildest moments of the 2024 NFL season. A three-peat blocked. The Eagles is giving the Chiefs belt to ass.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Taylor Swift's power is no longer activated.
Oh my God!
The Chiefs' devil magic did not come through.
We do not care.
And the Philadelphia Eagles, for the second time in franchise history, hoist up the Lombardi Trophy as champions, and they sit upon the throne of the NFL. It was truly an amazing NFL season. Not for my Pittsburgh Steelers, nothing but obscurity once again. Mike Tomlin, 10-7. Who saw it coming? Everybody.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
I figured the best way to kick off the 2024 NFL Chiseled Adonis Awards is to reflect on some of the most random moments in the commentaries all season long. Let's take a look.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Hold on, you could have saw this video early and ad-free on my Patreon, patreon.com/Chiseled Adonis, and you can get all of my videos early and ad-free. Finally was able to upload the Super Bowl from last year, Super Bowl 58, but unfortunately it took a whole year just to get that uploaded. Hopefully I can continually post videos without having any problem, but now all of these different organizations are making things a bit more difficult. So if you want to support the channel and be able to still see the content that you love, consider becoming a patron on Patreon. What the hell kind of football is being played in Seattle? Kenneth Walker almost got hit with a Canadian destroyer. I've never seen a sunset flip tackle in my entire life. Somebody get Baron Browning down to the Performance Center. Man's trying to be in both Madden and WWE 25. Nutsack on your helmet, pussy. I wonder what the Giants are doing on the sideline.
Oh, wow. A nice old-fashioned. Oh, that's good. How'd you get so good at this? That's it. Faster. Faster. Oh!
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Kelsey looks like an undercover cop who developed a cocaine addiction for being on the case too long. That's my man. We do coke together.
Oh my God!
Here comes Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas. Wait a minute. The fuck is this guy?
Hey now, you're an all-star.
Hey Josh, I just got married, but I'd leave my husband for you. P.S. He's right here. Are you out of your mind, lady? Embarrass your man on national television?
You're gonna have to die.
Here comes the United States champion, Chris Benoit.
Now, I'm not saying he should have killed her, but I understand.
Eagles choked so hard, Piccolo got deported back to Namek.
What is that?
I'm all for player safety, but these Guardian caps look absolutely ridiculous. It looked like you glued a helmet on top of another helmet. The Stormtroopers have taken the field, ladies and gentlemen. You know you getting cooked when my Dukes pulls out a book in the midst of a football game, cause fiction is more entertaining than watching the reality of the Dallas Cowboys.
I am having a very bad day.
Colts win and give the Bears the Shannon Sharp treatment.
Oh, Oh, wow. A nice old-fashioned.
They're still beating each other's dicks instead of playing football. Who's this man at the Cowboys-Ravens game with the 28-3 shirt? They must have known Tom Brady was gonna be on the mic. Somewhere, Matt Ryan's like,
just chomping some burgers at halftime, saying this game feels like it should be 28-3.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
necrophilia challenge ain't even begin, but this Raiders fan is eating a leg.
This is Mahomes throwing it in the dirt on purpose. So he sees it, and then he's got such great instincts. He tries, and he sees everything in that.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry, man.
Tony Romo's got to go. His first season as a commentator was masterful, but ever since, this man has been absolute garbage. You mean to tell me you talking about this man through an incompletion and you find a way to make it a positive? Get him off the television set right now. Take the mic away.
He's gotta go.
Every single time Mahomes does something, Tony Romo in the booth like, hello there.
Johnny Tyler.
Stupid bitch.
Severe thunderstorm out in Pittsburgh delayed the game for an hour and 20 minutes. This man doesn't give a fuck. He said he gonna drink his Bud Light one way or another. He's fat! Things are getting insane in Kansas City. What is going on? You got serial bank robbers, hit and runs from Rashee Rice. His mama's a thief. Why the fuck you stealing people's packages? They caught your dumbass in 4K.
Stupid bitch.
Wearing a jersey that says Mama Rice. You got to be one of the dumbest people on the planet. Animal abusers, offensive linemen caught with possession of marijuana. Andy Reid's son got a DUI. Mahomes' father says, I'll raise you 3. The brother, Jackson Mahomes, touching people against their will. And Mahomes' wife, well, they still going in on her. I mean, she is, you know, very annoying. Is this WWE? This man just hit a blockbuster. They might get sued for intellectual property.
Go die.
Hey, Aaron, what is it like being a New York Jets fan the last 50 years? Well, damn, sorry for asking. What do you mean you have diarrhea? Nothing going right offensively for the Bills. Keon Coleman, still a rookie, can't recognize when he's got a hot route, and Josh Allen gave his noggin a flogging. Gave that brother the mafia treatment. Sammy Gravano challenge. It'd be your best friend who put one in the back of your head. Gotcha, bitch!
I did it for the Rock.
He's fat.
Dance, you fat bitch.
Suplex City, bitch.
On the touchdown, DK Metcalf blocked AJ Terrell with one arm, bro. This man is not a human being. I promise you, he's an homunculus who was created in a lab somewhere.
Congratulations!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not the right way to celebrate.
I gave you everything I had.
Last week, we saw the chains on Justin Jefferson's neck. This week, this motherfucker got his ears shining. His teeth shining. Every time the cameras zoom in on this man, we like,
With your wife. Shit, nigga, the sun is deflecting all this ice. I can't see a motherfucking thing.
Man, get the fuck out
Nah,
of
for
here.
real, nigga, look.
Ah, shit.
Go, you got your stutter shades, right?
where's Aqib Talib when you need him? Fucking.
Give me this motherfucker.
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
The Chiefs won 2 Super Bowls. Between the last 2 games, Daniel Jones has thrown touchdowns in MetLife Stadium. What the hell are the Giants doing? It might be time to sell the franchise. They on the sidelines masturbating. That's why they can't win games. Look at the referee out in Atlanta. The fuck he putting his hand and pelvic region behind the center like this for? If you trying to make sure they don't take the snap before you count, you did not need to do all this. UP Diddy affiliate, get your sus ass off the field. This truly might have been one of the funniest NFL seasons of all time. You thought it was over? It's still going. We just made it midway through.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
All right, so boom. Fellas, February is the month of love, and it's only right that you clean up nice. And there's no better way to do that than with Manscaped and their Chairman Plus. Fellas, it's time to talk about stepping up your grooming game without stepping all over your wallet. With this elite shaver, you'll get a clean and comfortable shave in seconds. It features 2 interchangeable blade heads for a smooth, skin-close face shave with the ability to customize your look. The Chairman Plus is equipped with skin-safe technology that helps reduce nicks, cuts, razor burn, and all annoying ingrown hairs. It comes with a tri-level LED battery life indicator that keeps you updated on battery status, and it's waterproof. And if by some miracle you actually don't like the product, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's literally nothing to lose simply trying it out. You can use it in the shower. Cleaning is incredibly easy. So what are you waiting for? Looking and feeling better has never been made easier. And whether you're cleaning up for date night or you're trying to look sharp for your very next Zoom call, waste little time. Do not hesitate. Click that link in my description. Head over to manscaped.com/chisel and you'll get 20% off plus free international shipping on your very next order of the Chairman Plus. That's 20% off plus free international shipping at manscaped.com/chisel. Your face will thank you.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Caught a falcon punch to the face and the football. That's what you get for stiff-arming his mans. Welcome to Mike Tyson Punch Out, pussy.
Finish him.
Falcon punch.
Fatality.
Yo, a minute. Kyrene Williams out here fingering people's ear holes. Why you giving this man a wet willy during the football game? Remove your fingers from his helmet.
Hey, yo, Holmes, your crack is out. Yo, Dirk. Ma, oh, look at this. Ma, look away. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, we got kids and my mother here, you sickos, you.
Wait a minute. Debo Samuel on the sideline putting his hands on his long snapper. What the hell got into him? First, he shows up to the game dressed like a metrosexual bottoming blade. Out there modeling before the game, swaying his hips like a
Fucking quiz.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I know Jake Moody missed 3 field goals, but goddamn, he caught a left hook as well. Is this what the captains do in San Francisco? Homie think he Debo for real. Told the media he did this so he could get the special teams unit to lock in.
That bitch lying.
Derrick Henry's not only an all-pro, first team all butt cheeks, mans gets mooned on national television. What did Ronald Reagan drop into the black community in the 1980s?
Hey, what you doing out here with all this ass? Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon, hella ass, the sun is still out.
Here I thought defenders had to watch out for his truck stick, maybe even the damn stiff arm, but instead, Derrick Henry attacking the defense with his ass.
I am the fucking hardest in the world. This is Savage Part 2. Don't tell me about shit. Whatever I want, I get. Whatever I want, I fucking get.
Hello. You have a collect call from.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I like that.
180. What's that? 180. What's that? Yeah. 180. What's that? Hot. Turbo. What's that? Somebody jump on side. Damn.
Cheerleaders was kicking better than you. Oh! Who knew Booker T transition?
Can you dig it, sucker?
Oh, look at the bald spot on Keenan Allen.
She's bald. Jared.
What happened to bear down? Now they got your face down, ass up, cause every week you getting fucked.
What in tarnation did he wear?
I don't know.
You seem disappointed.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Tamba Hali only retired 7 years ago. Why the fuck he let himself go like this? But take a look at the top of his head.
I'm gonna let your locks go, dog.
It's the time to come on home, bro. Shave that goofy shit off the back of your head, looking like they suspended shoelaces off the back of a blimp. Buddy out here with the open casket hairline, pulled up to the scene with my ceiling missing. Giants and Saints been so ass this year. Their game today is $2. $2 $2. You could have literally went to the box office and purchased this ticket with pennies, and it wouldn't even be considered rude. MetLife Stadium got more empty seats than a furniture store. My apologies, Giants fans. Turns out the tickets are as low as $1. 2 bags of chips in 2024 is more expensive than attending a Giants game. The team is so ass, they might pay you to attend as a fan. Wait a minute, which Giants player DM'd this OnlyFans harlot with 2 free tickets so she could go topless to distract the New Orleans Saints? Now that I think about it, they ain't got no photo, but it says TD. There's one player on the Giants who has those initials.
It's me, Mario.
Had circumstances been different, I probably would have roasted you, but tickets was only $1. Your freaky ass probably didn't even need to break a 20 to make this entire operation happen. If the Falcons don't cut this man immediately, they might as well sell the franchise. What the hell is you doing back there? Homie don't know where the receiver is, where the football at. He's staring at the stands. Jefferson ran right by him, and I know what you're thinking. Maybe they were playing zone. Everybody else was in man. Then rather than get on Jefferson, he runs towards the outside of the numbers for absolutely no reason. Proceeds to step on a banana and watch Jefferson go into the end zone for his 2nd time today. I hope his family wasn't at this game. This is the type of embarrassment that have your girl cheating before the game even over. Where was he looking? Where are you going?
Hold up, bring the beat back.
Crash and burn. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Bullseye hit that cheerleader right in the back of her head. Somebody go get that lady into the blue tent, please. She might have to enter the concussion protocol. Somewhere there's a gooner probably thinking they discovered the 4th hole. You said she took balls to the back of her head? Write that down, write that down, write that down. And look at Caleb Williams, already on the sidelines, crying like a bitch.
I was on tour. You gotta understand I was lonely. Oh, God.
Turn around, nigga.
Greg Olsen brought his children inside the booth with him. To them, he's just dad. But to us,
What's your name? G-Reg.
What you do?
Get head.
How you do
Drop
it?
my drawers and let her see my 3rd leg. Chillin' on the 7th floor. I gotta let these chickens know. Big Greg is in the house and I finna make these hoes choke. On my balls, on my dick, then I bust a nut quick. On the face, on the chest, stick my dick between the breasts. Come on, fellas, let's get weird. Stick your dick up in the ear. While I'm laughing at these guys, a second nut all in the eyes. That's how we do it, son. In the eye.
One of the absolute worst onside kick attempts in NFL history. The football ain't even go 5 yards. Don't get me wrong, I understand kicking onside kicks gotta be one of the toughest, if not the toughest thing in football, but this was absolutely egregious. At least give your team a chance. Got the football over there spinning 4 yards in like a discontinued Beyblade. Chiefs beat the Niners again.
Although I'm statistically off to the worst start of my career, I don't even really need to play very good, and we're still undefeated.
Long dick stuff. Long dick stuff.
This man humping the floor out there. How did he not get flagged? Look at his face. This man is a menace. What kind of haircut was that?
Cut the damn hair off now. I got some clippers. If you want, I will come to your house. Dr. Umar will come to your house and shave you.
Hold on, is that Lamar Jackson or is that Antonio Brown?
This is Sparta!
Son hit that man with a flying big boot for absolutely no reason. He didn't even pick up the 1st down, just kicking people in the face, unprovoked. As a defender, you gotta watch out from getting hurdled, trucked, or stiff-armed. Since when do you now have to teach defenders to watch out from getting kicked in the face? And to make matters worse, there's no flag against this on the offense. You can do this as much as you want. Test's been dead 15 years. Evidently, his big boot lives on.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
He put his big toe in your nostril. Welcome to OnlyFans, pussy. Coach hype as hell, but now he gonna miss the playoffs because he might have blown out his hip, looking like that dude who jumped at the judge. I'm all for enthusiasm, but goddamn, fam.
Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle.
Oh! I blocked it.
We was too busy watching Duck Dynasty. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers blocked the punt, returned it to the end zone. Touchdown, the necrophilia has officially began. Because the Panthers may be dead, but somehow they're still getting fucked. I'm still trying to figure out who sent the duck out onto the field. The NFL clearly has a problem with animals, because we've seen a cat, we've seen numerous different pigeons, and now a duck? Hell, a couple of weeks ago, there was a Simpson on the field.
Pull up, pick up that bag and burn rubber. I got a sweet tooth, but I stay away from suckers. For real though. Nobu and Malibu was my last supper. We eat good. I fucked her in rush hour traffic, Chris Tucker. Yeah. Everybody screaming, gang, gang, gang. The folks come and get you, you gon' tell on the whole gang. She said, can she fuck me with my diamond chain? If I ain't in the bank, then I'm on the plane.
Get that damn duck off the field and escort him out of the stadium, because if you don't,
I'ma eat it.
Taylor Swift is here. What's that we're hearing from the stands?
Right now I can hardly breathe.
Oh, you can do it, just know that I believe.
And that's all I really need.
Then come on,
make me strong. It's time to turn it up, game on.
Almighty push.
Oh my God!
Mahomes' protection tonight has been so bad, the D-line of the Philadelphia Eagles might as well have been a part of his equipment. They was holding and still couldn't hold the damn Eagles back. The D-line was closer to this man than his family ever was. They felt his heartbeat tonight. Anytime Mahomes wears jewelry for the rest of his life, the Eagles gonna feel it first. They was inside his skin.
But you can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed?
Eagles stepped out there and hit Patrick Mahomes with the double lariat. He might as well have been decapitated out there. Activate his life insurance policy. It was indeed a very random NFL season. Whether it was people getting caught with Canadian destroyers or German suplexes on the field, Deebo Samuel choking out his fellow special teams players only to come out and perform the worst production of his entire doggone career. Cowboys fans being on the edge. Hopefully they called the hotline and nobody done messed around and made a permanent decision for a temporary problem. Caleb Williams needing to go and purchase some motherfucking Pampers because every single week, granted he ain't have no offensive line, but he was bitching and moaning left and right, whatever the case just so happened to be. My biggest curiosity is indeed, what is the state of that particular Philadelphia Eagles fan who, after they lost against the Atlanta Falcons, painted his entire head green? The camera shot to him at the end of the game where he was absolutely heartbroken that Kirk family member decided to go and showcase his ice and throw a game-winning touchdown. But I'm very curious, did that man go to the parade? They won the Super Bowl. Somebody ought to go and do an outreach to go and find that individual, fan, because I would like to know what was going through his head when he painted his entire damn face green. Sir, you probably put permanent paint on your head. Your children took out the Sharpie and went across your face, and now you green forever. Was it worth the Super Bowl? Probably. You know, Philly fans wouldn't take back anything. But I'm lying. That wasn't the most curious thing that happened the entire season. I would have to say the most curious thing was the camera shots that they had on Xavier Worthy's mother. Let me tell you something right now. Oh, Lord. Is that his mama?
Look, she bending over. Lord have mercy. The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want. Excuse me, brother. Miss Parker! Miss Parker! Can I talk to you for a minute, Miss Parker?
Are you looking for some wood? She needs to get away from the Kansas City Chiefs. Granted, her son plays there. He'll probably be there for an extended period of time. But you got to take into account all of the controversy that's around that franchise, whether it's Rashee Rice doing hit and runs, his mother thieving people's packages, Andy Reid's son with a DUI, Mahomes' father with 3 DUIs, Mahomes' brother with sexual battery, whatever the case may be, the goddamn super fans stealing money from banks and shit, offensive linemen abusing animals as if man's graduated from Michael Vick University. And you can't forget about the devil magic that was necessary to see the Chiefs go back-to-back in 2022 and 2023, similar to what the Patriots did in 2003 and 2004, the first team to do that in 20-some years and possibly get themselves the three-peat. They became closer than anybody in NFL history, but ultimately they failed. So with that being said, many people would argue that the Chiefs dynasty is going to be falling down. So with that being said, Miss Nikki Jones, I would like to offer you a proposition. Dare I say, a lifeline, if you will. Because there's no need for you to get caught in the crosshairs. Of course, your son's a grown man. He can make his own decisions, as can you. See, I've heard you've done amazing things in your life. In fact, you've raised 3 children on your own. Quite commendable, if you will. Now, of course, if indeed you're looking for a stepfather, I am not your man. I have no desire to play on somebody else's saved game. However, that does not mean that perhaps you could not still escape, if only for one night. See, you've produced the fastest player in the NFL, fastest combine in the history of the NFL. 4.21 was it that your son ran? Incredible. He plays wide receiver. In yesteryear, in my failed career, I too played wide receiver. However, I played numerous different positions, and I would like to show you a little bit of my versatility. And given that you produce speed, I, on the contrary, I like to take my time. So, with that being said, you know where to find me.
No need to ask, he's a smooth operator. Smooth operator.
You need a shout out? Of course you do. Book me on cameo.com/Chiseled Adonis. Whether it be a roast, shout out, acknowledgement on a birthday, one way or another, I got you. See, now is a perfect time to either perhaps call an ambulance or call a coroner, because these next clips are definitely the types of things that football is all about. Because bones will be broken, mamas will be crying, daddies will be disowning their sons, and above all else, wives and girlfriends will be mourning their lovers. Children will not be seeing their fathers anymore. Because, ladies and gentlemen, some of the biggest hits of 2024. Following a Cleveland field goal, here comes Jacksonville fielding the kick at the 1-yard line, trailing by 10.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
That dude got his shit fucked up. Luckily for Jacksonville, there was a flag on the play, so no turnover. Ex-Baltimore possession.
Snake, are you okay? Snake?
Welcome to the afterlife.
In slow motion, split that brother wig. He don't even got on a lace front. He got hit so hard, he had to put his head down in displeasurement. Ouchie. How the hell does Andy Dalton only have 8 yards with 6 completions? Heavens to Betsy, Butterfingers. Fumble on the play, recovered by the Bears, but I think that brother's dead. Turn grandma away from the television. This is not for the faint of heart.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
Won't somebody please think of the children?
Shit. Got your ass.
Hey, I wonder what Tyler Algier is up to. I don't know if these brothers got life insurance or not. They better get one set up expeditiously, because the way they getting hit, I don't think they gonna make it to 2025. Watch out, Derek. It's a member of the Ku Klux Klamps.
White power! White power! White power! White power!
Derrick Henry just got forklifted into the grass. Man's got dropped into an unmarked grave. A Caucasian cornerback with a textbook tackle on this behemoth of a man. Where's Dr. Umar when you need him?
You don't find that suspicious?
It's more dangerous. Umar Johnson.
The Ku Klux Klamps are terrorizing the Negroes in the NFL.
Okay, thank you.
The DEI secondary out here making plays on Derrick Henry. Ain't nobody fearing the stiff arm no more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
He said somebody got a doctor out here. Don't just stand there. Get a doctor out here right now. EMTs, get him out here. Oh my God.
CJ Gardner-Johnson absolutely fucked up Leggett. God damn. Damn near popped his rib cage out of his shoulder pads. Welcome to the NFL, you country bumpkin. Finally making Kobe proud with that number.
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
God damn, Mayo Man got blown the fuck up by the superior Josh Allen. Back to meth life we go. Time for a little bit of trickery. And around reverse over to Devontae Adams. Throws it back to Aaron. Aaron not gonna throw it down the field. Throws it back to Devontae Adams.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
Jalen Ramsey laid that man out. Devontae Adams didn't even see him coming. He should have heard the music playing.
Hold up, bring the beat back.
The NFL has a problem. We always talk about domestic violence. How about child abuse? Look what they just did to Kyler Murray. Quincy Williams blew that man back out like he was celebrating in June. Hit Kyler Murray so hard his helmet went rolling back to Oklahoma. Team Rocket blasting off again. Turned that man into a meow.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
God damn, just deleted that little man. It's a viewer favorite, and every single year, somebody's shoulder pad is on the menu, and unfortunately for a defender, they about to take a bite out of crime and eat an entree they were unprepared for. Ladies and gentlemen, the truck sticks of the year. Brother, what you want to eat for dinner? How about this shoulder pad? Turn Mustafa into Mufasa. Welcome to your death moment. Your children are watching in the front row. Buddy got hit so hard the stitching of his number nearly came off the jersey.
Finish him. Fatality.
It's free real estate.
Certified pre-owned, good for you. What kind of truck do you want today? Looking for a new diet? I got a dish for you right here. How about shoulder pad protein, pussy? Then Baker remembered who he was. Come here, pussy. Spinning truck stick on Bobby Wagner for the huge first down. Bobby Wagner, future Hall of Famer, does not matter. Baker told his Beyblade to let it rip all over that bitch-ass motherfucker.
Big pussy!
Medic! Medic! This person's gonna need an ambulance. I think the face mask might have bent into their doggone teeth. All 32 is feeling a little bit tingly. Perhaps the front 2 teeth is a little loose because somebody just got ran over and the shoulder pad went right through his face. Column got treated like a toilet after a lactose-intolerant person ate the mac and cheese at Thanksgiving dinner. Get blasted, pussy. Feel the shoulder pad upon your face mask. It's in the Christmas spirit. The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. It's a dump truck this year, pussy. Eat some shoulder pad, Blackman. Take his lunch money, Pollard. Come here. Delete his bitch ass. Those were not only brutal, those were also disrespectful. To get ran over in front of your family. You can't go and lay down on the cold side of the bed next to your wife after you done got dressed down like this. Somebody almost got ran over so bad to where their shoulder pads unclasped. They was gonna be naked on the damn turf. But that's neither here nor there, because it's one thing to get ran over. It's another thing to get stiff armed so hard to where your helmet nearly unbuckles and leaves from the top of your head. You out there looking like a headless horseman on the doggone field? That's a bad feeling. Ladies and gentlemen, the most embarrassing stiff arms of the year. Although there's a Trey sermon in the NFL, it's Derrick Henry who's calling people to the altar. I baptize you in the name of the Father. I baptize you in the name of the Son. I baptize you in the name of the Holy Spirit. And he did it with the golden cleats. Sent that man straight into the ground. Go search for oil. Join the fracking business, pussy. Nearly stiff-armed the dreadlocks out his helmet.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
You're done. You're washed.
Jordan Mason out here treating defenders like bathroom tissue. Get your ass in the toilet, pussy. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, but not in your jurisdiction, pussy. Get baptized. Take that man to the altar. He got stiff-armed in the name of the Father, stiff-armed in the name of the Son, stiff-armed in the name of the Holy Spirit. If you're dating a harlot, your girlfriend might be for the streets, but you, sir, are for the dirt. Sleep with the worms tonight, pussy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Last week, he jumped over a motherfucker backwards. This week he take a man to the altar. I baptize you in the name of the Father. I baptize you in the name of the Son. I baptize you in the name of the Holy Spirit. Saquon putting somebody on a t-shirt every single week. It's a casualty in front of their family. Take them to the altar. I baptize you in the name of the Father. I baptize you in the name of the Son. I baptize you in the name of the Holy Spirit. Another week, another baptism, but this time communion is served with mayonnaise. Get your bitch ass off of me, says Daniel Jones. Come here, 33. Let me take you to the altar. I baptize you in the name of the Father. I baptize you in the name of the Son. I baptize you in the name of the Holy Spirit.
That's how a white man runs a football.
In the lead, handoff to James Cook. Baptism on the field. Huge first down pickup, 33-yard run inside Chiefs territory. I baptize you in the name of the Father. I baptize you in the name of the Son. I baptize you in the name of the Holy Spirit. Brother got put down like a car mirror, disregarded like a pair of drawers on Valentine's Day. Woo! I'm starting to feel a little anointed. Can you feel the Holy Spirit in the room? Let's have a praise break. Enough of that. Let's go back to the baptisms. Everybody's getting taken to the altar. It's a Sunday. How about we fellowship in the Lord? I baptize you in the name of the Father. I baptize you in the name of the Son. I baptize you in the name of the Holy Spirit. Saquon Barkley has just springboarded himself into not only the Offensive Player of the Year conversation, but also the MVP. And he's the leading candidate in both. Mans came to Los Angeles and said, welcome to squatters' rights. Get your bitch ass off my football field. How fitting, Christian. Your last name is Rose. I just introduced you to the boom. You've got a wife, but let her know that you're now sterile. And if she gets pregnant, I'm the daddy.
My baby boss. He's lying. I'm the father of that baby boss. Boss, I'm that baby's daddy. I'm the pappy.
Call Tyron the honey badger. Well, go find Josh Jacobs' fucking honey, pussy. Man's almost got thrown out of his shoulder pads. Look at the stiff arm. Get your bitch ass out the club. Nearly threw him off the field like he got thrown off of LSU in 2012. This is why it's important to buckle up. Where's that man's seatbelt? Brother got ejected from his vehicle. How you get deported and you're an American citizen? Get your bitch ass out the country. Usually it's King Henry stiff-arming somebody into oblivion, but Lamar Jackson just deleted a Giants defender. What did the five fingers say to the face? How about a stiff-arm, pussy? Get your ass from around me. Told that brother to about face 180 degrees. This varsity over here, get your ass with the freshman, little boy. Find Isaiah, who's likely to baptize a Steelers defender. Send Cam Sutton straight into the shadow realm. Had him looking like a yo-yo that just broke off the string. Rumor has it his face mask might have broke. Next, James Conner taking a defender to the altar. Stiff arm that man straight into the turf. You try to give me licorice as a Christmas present? Get your bitch ass out of here. And before we even talk about the catches of the year, we've got to talk about the lack of hands, the drops of the year. Because as far as I'm concerned, these gentlemen all need to be cut, not just from the franchises, but also cut.
By order!
By order.
By order!
By order.
By order! By order!
By order.
By order of the Peaky Blinders.
Dig out their eyes, shave off their fingers, because evidently they don't know how to use their hands and they're just for decoration. Ladies and gentlemen, the worst drops of the 2024 NFL season. Ronnie Bell, with an opportunity to put the Niners in field goal range, decided to play volleyball. What happened to his hands? Man was out there looking like Gohan when Krillin threw his variation of the Spirit Bomb. He threw it back.
Throw it back, Gohan! You have to throw it back!
Dolphins again without Huck to it. Instead, they'd have to turn to
Johnny Tyler!
Hundley, who threw the football backwards to Tyreek Hill, who could not hold on to the ball because his hands is just for decoration. And upon further review, this would be ruled a fumble, and Tennessee takes the football away. Miami continuing to struggle without Huck. Might I add, last I checked, Tyreek Hill's the best receiver in the game. So can somebody please explain to me what happened to his hands? The fuck you got your hands spread open like you carrying two watermelons for? Put your pinkies together, stupid. Over the head catch is an incredibly difficult catch to make, but this man's got zero technique. Somebody tell me, what happened to his hands? Looking to drive down the field and put more points on the board just before halftime. Bo Nix rolling left, going down the field. Oh!
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Tyrann Matthews' name is the Honey Badger. He's supposed to be known for taking the football away, but the pigskin hits you right between the numbers, in the midst of your chest. It could have strapped your motherfucking shoulder pads, and you couldn't squeeze the football for the interception. What happened to your hand? Gotta go 75 yards down the field to take the lead. Dak going for Cavante Turpin.
I dropped it.
Heavens to Betsy, Dak got to be the sickest man in America. You couldn't ask for a better thrown ball. He dropped it in the breadbasket, but Cavante Turpin out here headbutting footballs. This ain't soccer, dummy. Catch the damn football. What happened to his hand? Jameis Winston threw what would have been the game-losing interception right into the arms of Kyle Hamilton, but his hands are just for decoration. What happened to his hands? It's a shame if this would cost you the game, right? There's no way Mr. 30 for 30 Jameis Winston scores a game-winning touchdown, right?
Dear Bruce, I need to be honest and clear. I'm going to marry Harvey Dent. I love him, and I want to spend the rest of my life with him. When I told you that if Gotham no longer needed Batman, we could be together, I meant it. But now I'm sure the day won't come when you no longer need Batman. I hope it does. And if it does, I will be there. But as your friend,
I'm sorry, Harvey.
I'm sorry to let you down. If you lose your faith in me,
And now, no charges. No.
Do or die for the Chargers. First and...
I dropped it.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Did Quentin Johnston drop the football again? Then literally on the very next play...
I dropped it.
4 targets, 3 drops, no catches. You're absolute ass. Why did they draft you ahead of Zay Flowers and Jordan Addison? You might as well be a double amputee. It's as if you don't even have any hands. Even the industry NFL plant was upset you got no hands. Make it make sense. 3 drops in the 4th quarter. You can argue it's your fault the Chargers lost this game. Jim Harbaugh need to exile your ass back to TCU. Mans can't catch on the move, can't catch on the right, can't catch on the left. Son on the field with hands that serve no purpose. Probably eat cereal with his feet. Chargers fans who already placed their order for Christmas presents desperately asking for a refund. If you get your children a Quentin Johnston jersey, they might just fucking kill themselves. Get your bum ass off the field. And what happened to your hands? On another note, how does this woman keep getting camera time? Whether it's a regular televised game or in prime time, they always find her. Trailing by 6, Bryce Young trying to pull off the upset of the week, going towards the end zone. Xavier gets there. It's a touchdown! Ain't no way we just saw what we saw. What we all assumed was a touchdown was Xavier Legette showcasing that his hands are just for decoration. Mans couldn't catch what would have been the game-winning touchdown and the upset of the weekend. Your quarterback just got his confidence back, throws an absolute dime, but you can't catch a football? Homie can snag a horseshoe out the stables, but you can't catch any pigskin when it matters? It's in betwixt your wrist. All you gotta do is squeeze and roll into the end zone. But oh no, you're out here as useful as one-ply toilet paper with diarrhea. Mans must have been born with a deformity where you got feet where your hands should be. Your go-to celebration is the dollar bills. That's how much they should be paying you with this game check. Queen Elizabeth could have caught that pass, but she's too busy. Too busy being dead. Xavier! Get your ass to the sideline and explain to me what happened to your hand. Open up Instagram. First woman you see with a fat ass. It's fake. Fake punt. But unfortunately, the Steelers got absolutely no hands. Look at this motherfucker all alone. Nobody near him. Perfect pass, but he can't hold on to the football. That's why you primarily on special teams, stupid. What happened to your hands? On the day that Shinsuke Nakamura became the all-time leading rusher in Saints history, man showcased he got feet but no hands. Derek Vehicle couldn't put a better ball out there for what would have definitely been a touchdown, but Kamara's hands are just for decoration. What happened to his hands? Think fast. Jordan Love got Christian Watson wide open.
I dropped it.
How the hell you drop Stop it. That would have made it a 3-possession game again, but when the Packers talk about what they're thankful for this Thanksgiving, it won't be Christian Watson's hands because they're just for decoration. What happened to your hands? Francisco driving, best offensive drive of the day, but Deebo Samuel's got absolutely no hands. They're just for decoration. What happened to his hands? You was out here bitching about targets, and when the football comes your way, you never come through. You couldn't ask for a better placed ball. It's right there in your chest. Might as well be tattooed on your navel, and you can't hold on to the football? You out here fat, out of shape, choking and punching teammates. You got a Captain C on your chest, but it really should be a G because you out here this season looking absolutely like garbage. Strip this man of the name Debo. From now forth, you ain't nothing more than Tyshawn. Trailing by 6, time for a little bit of trickery. Jaden Daniels over to De'Ami Brown to the end zone for Zacchaeus, but he's got absolutely no hands. He must have wrapped them for Christmas. They're just for decoration. What happened to your hands? Last week, he had the best game of his career, but this week, he'd continue to showcase he's nothing but a fraud. Quentin Johnston still got hands that are just for decoration, can't hold on to it for a first down. What happened to your hands? 4th and 5, game and season on the line for Buffalo. Josh Allen having to bail due to the blitz, throws it up, but Dalton Kincaid's hands just for decoration. It's incomplete. He dropped it. He dropped it. Josh Allen with more Chiefs in his face than a harlot on a preservation. Threw the football in only a location that Dalton Kincaid can make his way to it, and somehow this motherfucker couldn't come down with the football 1 week after Mark Andrews failed tight ends around America. Dalton Kincaid says, I'll up you one, but he don't know how to use his hands. Homie trying to catch footballs with his forearms. Kansas City gets the football back. The Bills turn it over on downs. Last opportunity for Kansas City to make a play before the end of the half. Mahomes escapes the pocket again. Got D-Hop. Oh!
I dropped it.
Hands just for decoration. Finally makes it to the Super Bowl for the first time in his career. Wore your father's mink jacket, who passed away when you were 5 years old. You're a future Hall of Famer. Opportunity to make a statement, and your hands as useful as a tricycle going uphill. Out there looking like you trying to catch the Holy Spirit when you're in hell. Man's tripped on his own feet. Maybe the lights were too bright. Now look at his body forming the shape of an L, because that's what the Chiefs gonna take. What happened to his hands? We go to halftime with the Chiefs trailing 24-0. Time to take out your Uno cards. Lamar looking right, pass to Mark Andrews, wide open. He dropped the football. He dropped the football! Mark Andrews! Last year was a Zay Flowers fumble. This year, it's the Mark Andrews lack of hands. You're wide open. You're a former All-Pro. This was supposed to be a redemption season after returning back from motherfucking injury. You're a captain. Game on the line to force overtime, and you absolutely fuck your team. And it'd be one thing if you never did this before, but a few years ago, you did this against Pittsburgh. You're a repeat offender. Elite choker. Somebody transmogrify this man into a necklace. All alone in the end zone, and you can't control a football? Chris and Snoop from The Wire need to walk your ass down an alley and leave you in a vacant for this performance. A fumble in the fourth quarter. A drop pass in the end zone on the 2-point conversion. And another failure in the playoffs for the Ravens. All because you got no motherfucking hands. From now on, your name is Mark Lee Evans Andrews. Put your motherfucking head back down, you goddamn bum.
Take care of this stuff. You playing games, man. That's right. What it is, man.
I don't give a damn if he's the all-time leading touchdown receiver in Ravens history. Mark Andrews might have to catch the blade of Captain Levi and bring Dalton Kincaid over here as well for not catching the damn pass on 4th down against the Kansas City Chiefs. Both these tight ends need to be dealt with. But
By order of the Peaky fucking Blinders!
All these knockout commentaries had me thinking, why don't I knock someone out myself? So I came up with Knockdown Tea, guaranteed to help you sleep longer, sleep better, relax, and restore. Passion fruit flavored, so you know it's good. Simply take it 30 minutes to an hour before you go to sleep, and our slogan is 1 cup down for the count, 2 cups, throw in the towel. So make sure you click the link in my description. Head over to knockdowntea.com and grab your first pack today. Now that we've taken a moment to spotlight some of the worst attempts at catches on the year, let's take it to the flip side to where we can acknowledge some of the best catches of 2024. His drive and told the Cleveland Browns to hold my nuggets, suck my dick, and even turned into Mr. Rogers and said,
won't you be my neighbor?
Stupid bitch. I'm not even gonna hold you. Who the fuck does Juwan Jennings think he is? He woke up this morning looking like Jerry Rice and Terrell Owens combined. No Kittle, no Debo, no McCaffrey, but all of them fused to become Juwan Jennings today. I think if Brock Purdy wasn't playing, Juwan Jennings would have probably did this if he was at quarterback as well. He told the entire Rams secondary to hold his nuggets, suck his dick. This man is cooking that motherfucker. After allowing 16 unanswered points, the fans in Philly starting to boo. Jalen Hurts says, shut your mouth. Skinny Batman back in the end zone participating in the 10 toes down challenge. One hand catch. Don't jump on that man. He's only 135 pounds soaking wet. Touchdown Eagles. It's a 2-possession game again. My God, the catches we've seen this week have been spectacular. Look at this man. The body control to get both feet down before falling out of boots. Although the man's still walking around at an average high school weight, he makes plays the size of a grown man as the Philadelphia Eagles take control of this game again. Back to Jerry World, next drive for the G-Men. Damn, what a blow up by Overshow. What a tip from Overshow. And a pick for Overshow, and he's headed to McDonald's. Can I get a McPick 6? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I can do it all on my own in this bitch. What a play. Man's ate Devin Singletary's lunch money, then proceeded to tip Drew Lock's pass in the air to himself and took it to the end zone. This is Thanksgiving. Everybody having a feast. Evidently, Overshow is eating the New York Giants as he'd give the Cowboys the lead. Parents in Los Angeles getting ready to suspend their children from their balconies because evidently they're paying tribute to Michael Jackson in the form of Puka Nacua. He's a smooth criminal participating in the 10 toes down challenge. Look at the strength of the toes to stay in bounds. Look at the educated feet. People with foot fetishes be focusing on the wrong shit. This right here need to be on OnlyFans. Back to Denver we go. Win and in for the Broncos. Bo Nix rolling towards his right on 1st and goal. Passes ricochet. Caught in the end zone for the touchdown by Valet to make it a 21-0 lead. They was out there playing volleyball, turned the football into a piñata, and somehow Valet was able to grab it in boots for the touchdown. Back to Meth Life, 3rd and long for Aaron Rodgers. Launches it to the end zone, says fuck it, Garrett Wilson down there somewhere. Spectacular one-hand catch back in the end zone for the touchdown to give the Jets the lead. How the fuck did he get his foot down? Man snagged it out the air with the right hand, did the Jordan logo despite the fact he's sponsored by Adidas, got the shin down in time before he touched out of boots, and it'd be ruled a touchdown. An absolute hell of a catch, and in my opinion, the catch of the year. But hold on, wait a minute. Let's just break real quick and acknowledge something. This is the first time in 8 years of doing NFL commentary that Nancy did not show up and block a single video. Now, granted, her powers and magic was still on display. It took damn near an entire year. Actually, no, it took exactly an entire year to be able to upload Super Bowl 58, but that's neither here nor there. The entirety of the 2024 NFL season, I didn't receive a single removal of any of the videos. Now, granted, that's knocking on wood because I'm 110% sure in the midst of the offseason, one of them motherfuckers is gonna mess around and get striking down, and then all of a sudden the channel's gonna be in peril once again. Who knows? We might just receive copyright strike / community guideline strike number 49 on the channel, and it'll be week number 54 that we're unable to upload. And I thought I'd find myself in a situation where I would have to pull out the master blade and eviscerate this harlot from ever showing up on the channel. But I don't need to turn into Link straight from Cocorie Forest and then go and attack this lady with my damn weapon. So with that being said, to Nancy, thank you very much for not intervening on a magnificent season.
And that's the bottom line. Why? Because those Stone Cold said so. Thank you very much, you son of a bitch.
Flag on the play, confusing officiating, and all season long, we constantly saw situations where the officials apparently had themselves caught in a genjutsu, because whether they called a terrible call, or they didn't call a call, or they changed the call on the field, they implemented some replay assist, they were inconsistent in using it all season long. We were incredibly confused for 18 weeks in the regular season and then the entirety of the postseason as to what the rules were, because we all thought we had an understanding of how officiating in the NFL was supposed to go, but evidently they changed the rules week by week. Some of the worst calls of the season. At midfield, just before the 2-minute warning, here comes Goff. Oh! Hit as he throws right into the arms of an Arizona Cardinal. Can I get a pick six? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. In this pitch, the Cardinals denied a game-tying touchdown because evidently the Lions snapped the football after the whistle was blown for the 2-minute warning. It's incredibly close when you look at it in slow motion, but unfortunately for Cardinals fans, the referees actually did blow the whistle.
When you watch it here, it's so close. They did kill it, and we can't go back and replay and basically allow the play to go off.
Atlanta looking for yet another miraculous fourth quarter comeback. Kirk family member looking for Kyle Pitts back in the end zone. Pass sails incomplete, but there's no flag on the play for pass interference. In what world is this not a flag? Kyle Pitts was nearly stripped of his pantalones. He was hugged in midair, and somehow the referees swallowed their whistle. Cook didn't even turn around to look at the football. If that's not textbook PI, I don't know what is. The terrible penalties across the league continues. Aaron Rodgers taken down for a sack, but this man was called for roughing the passer. Again, I plead with the NFL officials. What the hell is a defender supposed to do? If your momentum is bringing you down, how do you expect somebody to shift their body weight when they're in a position in which it's impossible to do? Football is a collision sport. Physicality is on the marquee, but you mean to tell me this is so egregious to where it warrants a flag being thrown for excessive force? Impossible. This by far is not the worst roughing the passer call that we've seen, but now the NFL's getting ridiculous. You might as well go and play flag football, and kudos to Aaron Rodgers for calling out the officials for saying this too was a terrible call, despite the fact that he was a beneficiary of it.
Hate you, young son of a bitch. You don't do shit.
There was 22 accepted penalties in this game. This was a roughing the passer call, and look how Josh Allen absolutely sold it in order to go and get the call. I understand player safety, and I say this time and time again, but this is starting to get ridiculous. If we have replay assist to reverse calls, why don't we use that same replay assist to reverse these penalties as well? I recognize it can make the game longer, but we've got to hold these referees accountable, bruh. How the fuck is this roughing the passer? It's been ridiculous for years. Again, I'm all for player safety, but this is what football is supposed to be. He's leading with the shoulder in an effort to dislodge the football from the goddamn pass catcher. Although there was helmet-to-helmet contact, we have to take into account what was the intention. Furthermore, it's a bang-bang play. Marvin Harrison is falling out of the air. There's almost no scenario to where he would be able to twist his shoulder to reach Harrison without having the helmet play a role in the contact. Football is a collision sport. We have got to stop with these flags every single week. It's making the game damn near unwatchable. Nonetheless, first pass down the field, sails incomplete. No flags on the play for pass interference, and the Niners hold on to win, defeat the Dallas Cowboys for the 4th consecutive time. And I'm not gonna hold you. As much as we make fun of Dallas, I think they got absolutely hoed here. This should have been a flag for a defensive pass interference. I recognize that the receiver's legs did get tangled, but that only happened after the initial contact. It was a bang-bang play, but still, I think the flag should have came out. One way or another, the Niners hold on to win. legacy drive for Sam Darnold inside his own end zone.
Get over here!
He's taken down for the safety, but there's a clear, blatant face mask that goes uncalled, despite the fact that there's two officials standing there in the end zone. The Vikings get absolutely hoed. The Rams pick up the W, and for the second consecutive week,
Minnesota
is gonna have to get aboard the L train, but this time, due to the ineptitude of the goddamn officials, I need somebody to create some form of disciplinary action for this piss-poor officiating. What's the purpose of replay assist if you can't make switches on calls like this? Last I checked, I thought all scoring plays and turnovers were automatically reviewed. If you have replay assist to take penalties off the field, can't you also utilize replay assist to put penalties on the field? What kind of operation are y'all running over here? The referees are absolutely ruining football. Young knew he face masked. That's why he covered his face and still is able to get away with it.
I don't care what it is. That guy's ruining a perfectly good game of football.
Look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Heavens to Betsy, Sam Darnold got hit with a lariat, and the fumble's gonna be recovered by Kenny Moore. He's gonna go all the way to the end zone to give the Colts the lead. They threw a flag on the ground for clear roughing the passer, but picked it up. They didn't even go to a review with replay assist. Fuck the Vikings. Touchdown. Stewart came through, turned into JBL, hit that brother with a...
Here we go. Clothesline from hell.
And let me not forget to mention the right hook across Darnold's face mask. Second consecutive primetime game. This man gets assaulted right in front of the official, and there's no flag thrown. Last week, Thursday night, prime time, nearly has his face turned 180 degrees. Roughing the passer, face mask? Nah, how about a safety and an L? This week, clothesline from hell, right hook, falcon punch to the face. Roughing the passer, face mask? Nah, how about a fumble recovered for a touchdown? Fans in purple jerseys wondering, what does the NFL have against
Minnesota?
I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. We need to have some form of checks and balances for officials not making calls or making bad calls in games. Because every single week, it seems like even the casual fans will be wondering what the referee's thinking. Meanwhile, in the ref's brain, absolute chaos out in Arizona. Kyler Murray clearly fumbles the damn snap, recovered by the Jets, but for whatever reason, the referees said it wasn't a legal snap. They gave no explanation as to what transpired. Then, because it's not actually ruled a play, when they attempted to see if they can challenge, they were denied on the sideline. Literally, how the fuck is it not a legal snap if the snap happened? We all saw it. And this isn't like the situation that happened to Detroit when they got the snap just before the 2-minute warning, and you can argue about timing. Legitimately, the Cardinals snapped the football, and then the referees are like, well, he didn't snap it because the play never actually happened. How? Arizona was trying to draw the Jets offsides, but if that's the case, the referee would throw the flag for an offsides. If there's movement up front from Arizona, that's an illegal shift or it's a false start. They just immediately said, well, the play never happened, but the ball was in play. This season has to be the most confusing officiating I've ever seen in my life through 10 weeks. Usually we'll have isolated moments throughout the season. It seems like every single week, the referees is doing some bullshit. Where is there going to be accountability in this league? Goodell needs to fire somebody. And the Bengals want to go for the win. They take out their Uno cards, but give themselves 2 for their mistakes. The pass sails incomplete. Baltimore denies them from the lead. But this doesn't go without controversy because the referees missed 2 egregious calls. Mike Gesicki over the middle, clearly interfered with. You can make contact inside 5 yards, but he was held and pass interfered here. And then take a look at what happened to Joe Burrow. Contact to the head and neck area. This is a clear personal foul and should have advanced the football to the 1-yard line on another attempt for the 2-point, but the officials don't throw the flag. The Bengals got hoed. Wild situation out in Kansas City. The Raiders had a magnificent punt that went out of bounds at the 1-yard line, and there was a flag that was called on Kansas City, so the football would be spotted at the 1. We went to commercial, returned back, only to find out the officials apparently got it wrong, and the flag was on the Raiders, despite the fact they announced it was on Kansas City. Then, to make matters even more confusing, they did a repunt during the commercial break, where only the live audience saw what happened. And once the commercial break was concluded, we saw Kansas City's gonna have the football at the 43. Make it make sense. I'm not saying honest mistakes can't happen, but you cannot, under any circumstance, have an official announce a penalty to the wrong team, then go to a commercial break, run a play during the commercial break, and then bring the audience back in absolutely confused and just say, well, we fucked up, but let's move forward. Since when do we run plays untelevised? What part of the game is this? This is getting absolutely absurd. Tampa Bay was flagged for roughing the passer on this play. How? Where's the roughing? Make it make sense. Mans was already engaged at the moment of the release of the football. This wasn't even excessive contact. What's so mind-boggling to me is that you introduce systems like replay assist, but somehow these calls remain and get approved. I promise you, motherfuckers is gonna stop watching games because of officiating like this. Back down to Carolina. I got a feeling who can get ça? What appeared to be a touchdown just before halftime was actually ruled incomplete on the field, where inside 2 minutes, so there's no coach's challenge, the officials would go and review it, and somehow it was upheld. This is absolutely ridiculous. Not only did he catch this football, he got both his knee and elbow down in bounds. Now I know what you're thinking. Perhaps he didn't maintain possession of the football throughout the catch, but there's no evidence that that actually was the case. Because take a look at this angle. This is the only shot that appears to be clear enough to see if the football moved, and I did not see it move. The ref is standing right there. What blows my mind is the fact that we only had 3 angles of this catch, but we've seen numerous different times where you had the pylon in the corner have a camera on there to identify that straight line angle. Why the fuck are we gonna sit here and say, well, you know, the angle of the catch was blocked by the goal post and also the referee's body? How? How? Anybody watching this game would say that's a catch. If it's the referee's judgment who's standing right there and says it's incomplete, if you're gonna go to a review, you also have to show it to the audience that there's no doubt in the decision. But anybody who's been watching football can see this is a clear catch. The mere fact they went to a review and this did not get reversed is insane to me. I've seen enough, bro. Get these refs the fuck up out of here. 4th and 3 in the Bayou. Game on the line. Radler takes the snap, looking over the middle. He's got Morrow for the first down. He's tackled at the 1-yard line. But take a look at the clock. It freezes at the 9-second mark, and then it resumes after 3 seconds. The Saints have no timeouts remaining. They would clock the football with 3 seconds left to play. Wait a minute. Did the officials get a phone call from Vegas? Because this makes absolutely no sense. After the game, lead official Sean Hockley was questioned as to why the clock stopped, and his response was the covering official mistakenly stopped the clock. In the situation, the clock should have never been stopped. But here's the kicker. When asked if it was reviewable, he said the situation's not reviewable, and that was the end of the conversation. He didn't want to go any further. So let me get this straight. In a game where you have replay assist help you out with calls made on the field, but furthermore, we constantly hear throughout games referees make corrections to the game clock to make sure they're efficient with their time. Because the refs made a mistake, You're incapable of reviewing how much time should have been remaining on the clock? This is absolutely ludicrous and for all intents and purposes warrants an investigation, because this isn't a situation where this is two teams that's not fighting for anything here. The Saints are still in the playoff race and still alive in their division. The Commanders are in the playoff race, and the result of this game plays a large, crucial role in their seeding. A mistake like this absolutely cannot happen, and to not only not have it reviewable, but nobody's held accountable is absolutely ridiculous. Now, granted, logistically, because there was 3 seconds remaining on the clock, it's safe to say that time would have fully elapsed. But I want you to take out a stopwatch right now and keep count of how long the clock was frozen on 9 seconds. It's closer to 4 seconds than it is to 3. I do believe that if the Saints recognized they only had about 6 seconds to clock the ball, they might have caught a break and had the football with 1 second left. But that's nothing more than a hypothetical that we'll never get a chance to actually explore, because the officials completely fucked up. If somebody's not fined or fired, something's not right here, because we're seeing players lose money every single week simply for playing football, but the officials can get away with it? Absolutely ridiculous. Usually in scenarios like this, you could say the graphic is what had an issue, but the fact that they actually fucked up the time on the field too, discipline must be sent down expeditiously. These officials need to be dealt with.
Finish him.
Last chance in New Orleans. Here come the Saints. Spencer Rattler looking right. He's got his man. Morrow falls in the end zone. Touchdown. Why kick the extra point when you can win it right here? But Spencer Rattler doesn't know how to win. The pass sails incomplete. The Commanders survive in the Bayou, and the Saints fall to 5-9. Absolute insanity in Tampa Bay. Collins is called for roughing the passer on this play that puts the Buccaneers in field goal range. He didn't even complete the process of a sack. Was there contact to the head and neck area? Well, actually, no, because he hit the shoulder pad first. What the fuck do you want him to do? And how is this roughing the passer when it wasn't even a sack? I'm so confused. The referee's been bad before, but this week there's about 5 to 6 plays that are absolutely egregious. Somebody make it make sense. Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense, automatic first down for the Chiefs. Look at Will Anderson. He doesn't even make contact with the helmet. He hits the shoulder pad, and he's flagged for roughing. Should have been a 3 and out, but somehow that drive gets extended. But hey, refs, no way you make another call in the Chiefs. Hut.
I dropped it.
Mahomes can't hold on to the football, having to escape from the pocket, rolling towards his right, nowhere to go. Past the line of scrimmage, has to bail and slide for a gain of 4. Great defense by the Texans.
Not on my watch.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Evidently, the Texans did the double spear with their helmets on Patrick Mahomes afterwards when he went for a slide, but there was no contact to his helmet.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you, we do not care.
And for the second time today, the Chiefs are bailed out and get a free 15 yards on an absolutely soul-crushing play.
Destiny arrives all the same.
Now, I've been on the record over the course of the past 9 years creating content, 8 years specifically making these NFL commentaries, that referees need to face some form of disciplinary action, because how can you consistently be inconsistent season in, season out? And furthermore, take into account what happened in that game. What was it, week 15 between the Commanders and the Saints? That goal line hoopla with the damn clock freezing. Let's just say it wasn't the Commanders and the Saints, and it was a marketable team for all intents and purposes, like the Bills taking on the Chiefs or the Ravens taking on the Eagles. Teams that got those big markets, teams that are constantly in the mouths of the media. You don't think there would have been a larger uproar? Because call it what it is, I've said it in the commentary as well. The Saints and the Commanders, up until that point, were still very much in that postseason race, albeit the Saints were, 5-8? At the time, the Commanders were sitting at 8-5, but they were both still keeping their playoff hopes alive. And you mean to tell me The entirety of the officiating crew, the individuals who are operating the clock, ain't nobody think to let the clock run, and then you make a mistake and all of a sudden you're gonna come out and say, yeah, you know, it was our bad, we fucked up. Cool, we're gonna take accountability there. And there's no sort of penalty? Because if you're on the field and your emotions get the best of you and you do something, all of a sudden, hey, you're gonna get fined. If you're somebody who has a mental lapse on the field, you do something you're not supposed to do, you're gonna get penalized, and probably after the fact, you're gonna get fined. If you got a mental lapse and you working on the officiating crew, where the hell's the discipline? Where's the fine? Where's the suspension? It doesn't make sense to me. And it seems like it's a consistent issue year in, year out, whether it's throwing phantom fouls, whether it's picking up flags, or just a lack of explanation of what it is that the viewer is seeing. There's no reason why we should see ourselves incredibly confused every time we tune into a motherfucking football game. As far as I'm concerned, these referees need to be dealt with. And if Roger Goodell ain't gonna be taking money out of their pocket, we need to go and send down half the goddamn WWE roster to take these motherfuckers out. Steve!
Then Stone Cold shows up and stops the referee!
Hold on, just because the NFL season of the Super Bowl has since passed doesn't mean that the fun stops on Underdog. The NBA season's still in full swing and it's gonna pick up after All-Star break. The MLB is on the horizon, less than a month away. March Madness is here. The NHL is still in full force. There's so many ways to enjoy sports, but there's no better way to enjoy it than with Underdog. They're still doing deposit matches up to 50% for first-time depositors, and new signups using my code Adonis, ADONIS, will still receive a free pick. So to everybody who hasn't already signed up, make sure you click that link in my description or scan the QR code on the screen right now. Download the Underdog app. Use promo code Adonis, ADONIS, and they will not only match your first-time deposit by a percentage, you'll also receive a free pick. Let them know I sent you. It's only right, every Chiseled Adonis Awards, we take a moment to spotlight the big boys, the heavy men in the interior, in the trenches, making plays year in, year out. So ladies and gentlemen, the Fat Man Plays of the Year.
I love watching big men do damage on little guys.
Hey, what? You said what?
I love watching big men do damage on little guys.
No, sir, not me.
Golly, big boy Colin Saunders just took Travis Kelce's lunch money.
I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people.
Very next play, Mahomes looking right. Juju can't hold on to the football. Intercepted by Saunders. Get your bitch ass out the way. It's a big boy, thick pick. Rumbling down the field for a 37-yard return. Back-to-back plays. The big boy making plays.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
What a sequence of events. Before the game, pictured as Colin Sanders with his brother Cameron, who's on stage as a backup dancer for Taylor Swift. So Colin said, fuck all that. I'm gonna light up your boss's boyfriend, and then I'm gonna pick off your boss's boyfriend's best friend. And just look at the big man rumble. Most people would have went down in the end zone for the touchback. Mans must have played running back, holding the football high and tight. To make matters even crazier, the big boy hit over 15 miles per hour on the return. Third fastest return by a big boy, over 325 pounds since 2016. Who would have thought the lack of hands from Boo Boo, Juju, Doo-Doo, Smith-Schuster would showcase one of the big boy plays of the year? While his brother shaking it off with Taylor, this big boy doing backflips just because his big ass wants to.
This fat son of a bitch, he's fat!
Get that man some oxygen. Unlimited beignets when he gets back to New Orleans, cuz.
Sick boys, rise up!
Commanders drive down the field again, play action fade. It's the big boy, wide open. Trent Scott in the end zone for the score, and the Commanders have a fat man touchdown.
Nice going, fat.
Fat asses, because you got some fat asses, fat asses!
I ain't even gonna hold you, big homie, showing out for Omega Psi Phi.
Sick boys, rise up!
Dance, you fat bitch.
Gotcha, bitch! You're a fat bitch, you are!
The Lions got their offensive tackle lining up at wide receiver. They have their offensive tackle lining up at wide receiver. Thanksgiving Classic in Detroit, and time for a little bit of trickery. End around reverse to a fat man. I think his big ass was trying to throw. It gets absolutely stopped by Chicago. The big man refuses to go down, but Dan Campbell every single week showcases his balls of steel. The fuck you gotta tackle with the football for? What are the chances the man who hasn't given up a sack all season actually gets sacked and the crowd doesn't give a fuck? Man's had no chance of throwing this football. Great defense from the Bears, but somebody just got stiff-armed into oblivion. Buddy thought he was about to have an easy tackle on a big boy. Get yourself to the shadow realm. Drew Lock can't evade no damn defense. Sack on top of the logo. The fat man making plays. He's fat. Think fast. Hey, Ron, watch out for the big boys. Yoink. Watch out for the big boy. Picked off by former Jet Leonard Williams, and the fat man is going the distance, 93 yards into McDonald's. Can I get a McFix-6? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Sick boys, rise up!
In this bitch, touchdown Seattle.
You done messed up, A.A.
Fast jet sweep. Butterfingers. Fumble on the play. It's rolling out of the end zone, but luckily for the Cardinals, they were running the two-man as the big boy, fat man, falls onto the football before it becomes a touchback, and it's going to result in a touchdown. The Cardinals lead by 10. Just look at the hustle, the cock blocking from the Lali Lulelo. Knocked the football right out of that man's hands. But unfortunately for them, they didn't take into account the hustle of the fat man here. Dinner was on the line at the back of the end zone, and the big boys gotta eat.
Dance, you fat bitch.
Cincinnati still fighting for their playoff lives. Drive down the field. Joe Burrow finds Sam Hubbard, of all people, in the end zone for the score. The defensive lineman ties the game at 14. Fantasy owners probably angry as fuck. Pain for New Orleans. Kayleen Saunders nearly had another big boy interception, but he was denied by Taylor, who just had his soul taken mere minutes ago. And the big boy is upset.
Dance, you fat bitch.
He's shaking the tectonic plates out there. He's denied. By the way, let it be known, you know how ass you gotta be of a team just for the best highlights of the night being almost plays? You couldn't find one positive thing New Orleans did all day today.
Fat asses, because you got some fat asses. Fat asses. He's fat.
Last chance for the Browns. Bailey Zappi looking left. The pass is gonna be picked off by a fat man. The big boy said, fuck the thick six. My big ass is going to the sideline on a heavy interception. Baltimore always carries a fat ass nose tackle, whether it's Tony Saragusa, Haloti Nada, or now Michael Pierce. These big boys always know how to get their hands on the football. Look at this fat bastard nearly tear his ACL because he's lazy. Yoink. 84-yard pick six, no thank you. He's fat! But he probably had to get on oxygen just for hopping up and down with his teammates. Tectonic plates shifting underneath M&T Bank Stadium. Skyscrapers wiggling in downtown Baltimore. The fat boy has just sent the Ravens atop the AFC North for the second consecutive season. Mike! 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 You choked away the AFC North with a 2.5 game lead, stupid. What do you have to say for yourself?
You know I'm a degenerate.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me?
Over the course of the past years, whenever we had the Chiseled Adonis Awards, the best play of the year was somehow always the Dreadlocks play of the year. But this year, I think we can all unequivocally state there was one play that was the best play in the NFL in 2024, and it was indeed Saquon Barkley hurdling a motherfucker backwards. And ladies and gentlemen, that is your 2024 play of the year. Run the damn tape. Saquon Barkley's not real. Activate my trap card. Dusk tornado, and then hurdles a man backwards. He hurdled a man in a professional football game backwards. This man is a wizard that's not in Washington. Disregard one defender. What? Then immediately, is this real life? Excellent. execute this man. Got the Jaguars defense looking absolutely stupid out there. Shorty on the right probably ovulating. Sir, you just lost your woman. If a motherfucker did this shit to me in Madden, I might commit domestic terrorism. Look how high in the air this man is. He about 5 feet up there and completely cleared the defender. The wildest part is the spin move was absolutely filthy, but nobody even want to talk about it because this motherfucker doing 180 hurdles. Are they putting in the Philly cheesesteaks? Man's jumped butt first, glute first. It's not every day you see some shit you never seen on the football field before. This is generational. Garrett Wilson had the play of the year on Thursday, and Saquon said, nah, you'll just leave that as the catch of the year. This is the play of the year. Hold on, break. We just interrupt this here 2024 Chiseled Adonis Award just to acknowledge the termination of the three-peat. Can you explain to me what happened to Kansas City in the Super Bowl? The Eagles is giving the Chiefs belt to ass.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
It's only right that you dress for the occasion. That's why I grabbed my doggone hat and also made myself a Trinity knot, because we've got to celebrate the best celebrations all 2024. And there's no better person to hand this award to than Cameron Bynum of the Minnesota Vikings. You talk about a dude who every single week busted out straight up choreography. Because you got to understand, to have a celebration prepared means that you have to already anticipate that you're going to make plays. And the funny thing about it is, the vast majority of the times we saw these celebrations, it's after Cameron Bynum himself has made a play. It's one thing for you to bust out celebrations when your defense makes a play. It's another thing for you to bust out celebrations when you make a play week in, week out. And you got to appreciate the creativity from this gentleman, because week in, week out, we saw something that left us laughing the moment he ran to the opposite end zone. Big Mac Jones looking to showcase the clutch gene, going to the end zone for the win.
Just as I thought, trash.
Intercepted again, and you can take the L out of lover. The Jacksonville Jaguars lose again, brother. Vikings to 7-2. This man's hilarious. He's doing the Australian breakdancing lady.
Congratulations! Oh my God.
Put the fries in the bag, bro. You washed.
I can't recall if NFL Honors gives out an award for best celebration, but all I know is Cameron Bynum needs to get it this year, because every single game that the Vikings defense makes a play, this man busts out some sort of crazy choreography. It's getting ridiculous.
By recreating Lindsay Lohan's iconic handshake from the 1998 movie classic, The Parent Trap.
Fumble on the play, scooped up by Minnesota. The Vikings take the ball away on the opening drive.
We're all in this together. Once we know that we're all stars, and we see that we're all in this together. And it shows when we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come true.
If this ain't the most millennial team, I don't know what is. And of course, it would not be a Chiseled Adonis Awards if we did not take a moment to spotlight the crash outs of 2024. We didn't have any super big brawls, but there definitely were some skirmishes. fracases, kerfuffles, and brouhahas on the sideline and sometimes even on the field. Ladies and gentlemen, the scraps of 2024. First and 15 for QB. Zesty. Gets absolutely leveled out of bounds. Welcome. Punch! Aziz Al-Shahir trying to start a riot, and it looks like we are on the verge of having a fracas, a kerfuffle, a skirmish, a brouhaha on the Texans sideline. But he threw a right hand straight through 23's helmet, and somehow the referees never saw it. And the craziest thing about this play was there was no flags thrown. Forget an ejection. In today's NFL, this is grounds for execution, and the Texans got away with it. Hold on, what the hell did George Pickens just do?
It's the most electrifying move in sports entertainment today. Oh, the people devil!
Man's out here looking like Kofi Kingston from the top rope.
Unlimited diarrhea.
What is going on in the NFL this year? You got motherfuckers fighting for their life on the sideline. Dre Greenlaw not even playing, and hit McBride with the almighty push. Ouch. I'm mad, man.
Punch! Welcome! Punch!
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Can't make this shit up, bro. He's really NFL young boy for good reason. Homie crashes out on the field. Any opportunity he gets, just be out there emoting for absolutely no reason. Doing moves that you can't even do in Madden. Just throwing his body all over the place. And then later in the game, Mans tried to do a jumping stiff arm. I've never seen anything like this in my life. He's one of them football players that you bring him to the sideline and you only have one word to say to him. Why? Why?
Unlimited diarrhea. Unlimited.
Wait a minute. We've got a fracas, a kerfuffle, a skirmish, a brouhaha on the Seattle Seahawks sideline. Two Seahawks players is battling against each other. They about to crash out, but mere seconds later, they was able to actually make peace and discuss it like men. Cooler heads will always prevail. You got to appreciate moments like this because they would have probably blown this out of proportion on social media had they not captured the actual cool down of the entire event.
It's me, Mario.
Heavens to Betsy, it appears we got a fracas, a skirmish, a kerfuffle, a brouhaha going down in Lincoln Financial Field between two divisional opponents. Referees are losing their hats and falling to the ground, breaking their hips. A battle royale for the right to become the world's heavyweight champion. That ref might have cracked his femur. He can't even get up with assistance. All Saquon Barkley did was break 2,000 yards. Suddenly the Cowboys want to put his teammates in a leg lock. Ref on the ground looking like a wounded Call of Duty character. Somebody revive him. Other referee looked like he got caught with a Russian leg sweep. Graduated from Ric Flair University, still taking bumps in his 60s.
And I will never retire!
Eagles player tried to escort that Dallas Cowboy to the locker room against his will. Must be a Dwight Howard affiliate.
Get over here!
I can't take this anymore. We get eliminated and then we get embarrassed like this. I'm done. I'm done. I'll see you next season.
Here comes Mr. Sunshine.
Trevor gonna use his legs, gonna pick up the first. Heavens to Betsy, he's absolutely laced by Al-Shahir. Flags are flying everywhere, and we've got a fracas, a skirmish, a kerfuffle, a brouhaha in America's peninsula in the home of AEW. Mr. Sunshine still laying there, motionless. The team done forgot about him except the athletic trainers. Everybody's jumping Al-Shahir, and rightfully so. You don't just attack a quarterback when they getting ready to slide. You've played football long enough to know that that shit ain't right. Rip his face mask off, shove a towel down his throat. What's wrong with him? This is Trevor Lawrence's first game back in a month, and he's probably gonna be done for the remainder of the year. Man's got the roadkill treatment. Without hesitation, Al-Shire would be ejected from the game. Fans are throwing debris at that man. Somebody get Tony Khan on the phone. Deploy some AEW wrestlers to meet him in the tunnel.
I am the learning tree!
Just look at the threats. Not only does he take off the helmet, he tells a Jaguar, I will kill you, and then gets his ass ejected. Something is seriously wrong with this man, because if you remember earlier in the season, this is the same man who on prime time punched his opposition in the face and somehow didn't get flagged for it. Do you recognize how unhinged you have to be to have multiple incidents like this in the same season? And I don't want to hear anything about it being a bang bang play. He made a conscious decision to then put out his forearm to make make contact with Trevor Lawrence. If he's getting ready to slide, all you have to do is touch the man down. Furthermore, you don't even really got to touch him because the whistle is blown at the beginning of the slide. This is as dirty can get. Plus, teams read scouting reports going into games. What's the probability of Trevor Lawrence lowering the shoulder on a scramble in the second quarter? That's not happening. Alshire is about one more dirty hit away from transmogrifying into this generation's Vontaze Burfict. Remember a few years ago when he was playing in San Francisco? He tried to choke out Tom Brady in the middle of the game. Tom Brady was so perplexed, he asked the referee if the Brothers of Destruction was on the field. First, you get a choke. Then you throw a punch. Next, you throw a forearm on a QB slide. What is wrong with this man? Trevor Lawrence's season is all but done. Jags mascot can't handle it anymore.
I'm gonna kill myself!
What the hell is George Pickens doing? Man's getting restrained by security because on the Hail Mary attempt, he was fighting against Newsom instead of trying to play the football. Do you know how much hate you gotta have in your heart to fight against somebody for 15 yards? Referees ain't throwing no flag on a Hail Mary. Snowstorm, sub 30-degree weather, and you one of two people with your motherfucking helmets off. You supposed to catch the Brown football, not the Browns player. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the season, he fighting fans in the stands like...
And without a doubt, all hell is breaking loose here in Detroit. My goddamn, I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's a bar fight. It's a street fight. It's Raw versus SmackDown. Come on, get it on, guys.
It's pissing me off.
Alright, so boom, it is I, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. But of course, you already knew that. And I wanted to inform you guys that there is limited stock available over on ChiseledAdonisShop.com. In fact, keep in mind, there's only sizes available ranging between extra small, small, and medium. Large to 5X is all sold out. And prior to even thinking about doing a restock, everything must go. So it's running at a 65% discount right now. So if you just so happen to be extra small, or medium, now's the time to go and grab your merch. And if you happen to know somebody who happens to be that size and you'd love to grab them some Chiseled Adonis merch, now is the time prior to holiday season. Everything must go, 65% off. Make sure to go and grab your remaining merch today. And of course, what's a Chiseled Adonis Awards if we haven't taken a moment to spotlight the of the year? We have numerous different nominees this year, and truly, in my opinion, you, the fans, can choose what you believe is the best one of the year. There's nothing that brings me more pleasure throughout the NFL season than having an opportunity to say it was nothing but a because it's the one of the best segments of the commentary. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Genjutsus of 2024. Game on the line in Baltimore for the reigning MVP. Lamar Jackson's glitching. He's running in circles. Launches it towards the back of the end zone. He's got Isaiah Likely participating in the 10 toes down challenge for the Genjutsus. The Ravens denied a touchdown because Isaiah's likely to have an elongated toenail. Bigfoot motherfucker could not keep both feet on the green. They used to say big feet was a good thing, but all it does is cost you football games. Knowing John Harbaugh, he was definitely gonna go for 2 to try to get the victory and knock off the champs, but now you won't get that opportunity because the pass is incomplete and you lost to the Chiefs again. Play action fake for Pewter City gym leader Brock Purdy down the field, got Deebo Samuel wide open, beats Dallas for a 66-yard catch and run. The touchdown would be nullified because a 49er was out here trying to give out free hugs on a Sunday night.
Why are you gay?
Out there looking like Paul Heyman's ponytail in the mid-2010s, holding on for dear life.
Goal. Here we go.
Deja vu in Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson to George Pickens back in the end zone again.
Oh my God! Oh my God! What a fucking catch by Pickens! Holy shit! What a Genjutsus!
In a shocking turn of events, the Pittsburgh Steelers are denied yet another touchdown from Wilson to Pickens because this man don't know how to get his foot down inbounds. For the second consecutive season, he fails to drag a foot or place it down inbounds for the score. And he has nobody to blame but himself. Had more than enough real estate to drag that foot downward, but for whatever reason could not seem to bring himself to do it. Last year against Tennessee, this year against New York, something about this man just refuses to believe he's no longer in college, and it's not the 5 toes down challenge, it's the 10 toes down challenge. What's the old saying in Tennessee?
Fool me once, shame on you. You fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Well, you're wrong, Mr. President, because this time around, George Pickens is gonna be having to say shame on me, because he don't know what to do with his damn feet. Looking to go towards his left, has a man, but he plays for the other. I can't believe it. What are the chances that in a 3-week span, we see numerous different catches where somebody gets the same foot down twice, but because he stepped out of bounds before the other foot came down, the catch would be reversed? Oh shit, we got offense out in Soldier Field. Geno Smith dumps it off, but unfortunately they've got Butterfingers fumble on the play, scooped up by the Bears. Nobody on the field knows what's going on. Kyler Gordon's gonna go return it all the way to the end zone for the score, and somehow the referees put their arms into the air. That's a There's no denying that the football was indeed loose before Brown reached the ground. The only unfortunate portion for the Chicago Bears is there would be no touchdown because upon the recovery by Gordon, he was definitely down by contact as his body was rubbing against the legs of Brown. So no touchdown for you, but momentum going toward Chicago's direction. Hopefully the offense can do something with this. And looking to take advantage of the turnover on down, C.J. Stroud is going to go to the end zone looking for Dr. David Dalton Schultz, but Derwin James with the interception. CJ's reverted back to his first quarter self, unable to make plays, and Derwin James would take it out of the end zone. He'd return it all the way across the 40-yard line. Despite a Herculean effort, unfortunately, Derwin James did not survive the ground and did not possess the football without assistance of the turf. No interception. The Chargers have continued to struggle since Jim Harbaugh got abducted. 3rd and 5, 3 plays later. Mahomes gonna air it out looking for Xavier Worthy. The pass is intercepted. Kenjutsu. I mean, it's incomplete. Kenjutsu.
Not on my watch.
Oh my God, the referees call it complete. It's a catch by Xavier Worthy. Buffalo threw the challenge flag, possibly trying to see if they can get an interception. Turns out the call on the field stood. Bishop comes flying in like a heat-seeking missile, has both hands on the football, never secures possession. The football looks as if it touches the ground, never moves, but Xavier Worthy rips the ball out of his hand and keeps the possession for the Chiefs. It's definitely not an interception. We can argue if it's possibly a catch because you can see the football appears to have hit the ground, but it never moved. Keep in mind, over the course of the past few years, the NFL had said the floor can assist you in making a catch as long as the football never moves. Unfortunately for the Bills, the Chiefs just took advantage. And I know what you're thinking. If Bishop has possession of the football here, technically the football hitting the ground and him not coming back up with it would mean that it's incomplete. But look at Xavier Worthy's right hand. Because he has a hand on the football as well, and it's simultaneous between the two of them, whoever comes away with the ball would essentially take possession and be ruled the victor of this squabble for the football. Now, up until this point, we've seen a number of different things, ranging from big hits all the way to best stiff arms, individuals getting baptized left and right, people's face masks getting shoved through their helmets by way of truck sticks. We saw referees making terrible calls. But this right here is probably the one that is the most mind-boggling. Where personally, I think there needs to be individuals who are eliminated from the NFL. Why is that, you may ask? Because it seems as if they're not using their brains whatsoever. You grinded your entire life to make it to the pinnacle of football. Here you are on a national stage, streamed globally by way of highlights and everything through social media. And you make a fool of yourself. Y'all all need to be dealt with, but not until after we acknowledge these individuals are nothing more than straight up clitorises. Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. Will Levis is back at it again. The Mayo Man would tuck the football and decide to go bowling as he'd roll the football backwards, recovered by the Jets. And for the second week in a row, this man has a bonehead turnover. You can't even do this in a video game. Satan himself couldn't have influenced you to do this. Man's turned into Magic Johnson and just threw the ball away. What are you doing? Get this man off the football field. Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. Kick a field goal and get on the board. Why would we do that? We're the Chicago Bears. We're retarded. They try to go for it on 4th and goal. Absolutely fail. It's a turnover on down. The Colts get the football right back. What the hell were the Bears thinking? Can't do a goddamn thing right. Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron need to be dealt with, because why did you think it was okay to go for it on 4th and goal? But can we take a look at the lack of execution from the Chicago Bears O-line? Not a single person got a successful block. Every single member of the Indianapolis Colts was in the backfield. I think I saw Robert Mathis and Dwight Freeney back there. Matter of fact, Tony Saragusa and Art Donovan was in the backfield. They could have made the tackle from the grave. Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. It can't be a football Sunday if the Mayo Man's not fumbling the ball. He's taken down yet again. The Packers defense absolutely fucking him. Fumbles for 3 consecutive weeks. Week 1, he was on his knees. Week 2, he was bowling. Week 3, getting teabagged from behind. What is wrong with the Mayo Man? Number 1 in the NFL with turnovers. This is ridiculous. Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. Green Bay backed up near their own end zone. Jordan Love fleeing somehow avoids taking a safety. Instead throws a pick six. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Rams take the lead in this bitch. What the hell? Young bonehead ass didn't wrap up. Somehow Jordan Love was able to keep his feet long enough to give out a gift to the Rams defense for the score. 9 out of 10 times, this would have resulted in 2 points. Instead, it's 7 for the Rams. They take the lead at home.
Thank you very much, you son of a bitch.
Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. First drive of the second quarter for the 49ers. Pewter City gym leader Brock Purdy looking left. He's got Deebo Samuel. For whatever reason, Julian Love doesn't know how to track a football. All the way to the end zone for Deebo. Touchdown, 49ers 10-0 lead. But please look at the replay. Show me a man who needs to be chewed out during film study, and I'll show you Julian Love. What the hell was this man doing? Look at this in slow motion. If this isn't a hospital pass, I don't know what is. Deebo Samuel should be on a gurney right now. But Julian Love ran right past him. Even if you were trying to play the football, where the hell were you going? There's literally no excuse for how he didn't make a play on Deebo at all. There should have only been 3 outcomes in this play. Either you knock down the ball, you intercept the ball, or you send Deebo Samuel to the hospital because you put your shoulder pads through his nipples. But somehow you managed to not connect on either of them. And I recognize Deebo Samuel is an incredibly strong boy, so he could endure punishment if it just so happens to come his way. But to not touch him at all. Did somebody jam his controller? He ran right past him. Mans was less than 3 yards away from Deebo Samuel before the football arrived and couldn't bring himself to make a play. Suspend him upside down from the Space Needle until he explains what the fuck was going through his mind when he ran right past this man.
Oh, I missed.
Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. Kirk family member Cousins across the 50-yard line, going over the middle. He's got Kyle Armpits making all kinds of Buccaneers miss. He's never played like this before. Butterfingers at the back of the end zone. The referees call it a touchdown. Tampa Bay think they has a touchback, but somehow this would stand on the field and the Falcons tie the game at 14-all. But look at this fucking idiot. We're supposed to be celebrating National Tight Ends Day, spotlighting the position across the NFL. This dumbass motherfucker who hasn't performed since his rookie season season, finally starting to get back on track with Kirk Cousins at quarterback, and he decides to fucking Deshaun Jackson it before going into the end zone. He's lucky that the football just broke the plane by probably a centimeter before it got knocked loose by Winfield, or we'd be calling this man the dumbass of the year. No more targets for you. Execute him.
Finish him. Fatality.
Big Kirko wakes up dripping like this.
I'm so icy.
Time for a little bit of trickery out in MetLife Stadium. End around reverse over to Corley. Got a couple blockers out in front, and he's gonna go into the end zone to give the Jets the woo woo. Clitoris alert, clitoris alert, woo woo. Clitoris alert, clitoris alert, woo woo woo. Malachi Corley got to be the dumbest football player on the planet. Just 4 days prior, we saw Kyle Pitts try to participate in the Deshaun Jackson challenge and was able to still remain with a touchdown on a technicality because Winfield ain't knock it out his hand in time. But for whatever reason, prime time, Thursday night football, Corley ain't learned a goddamn thing. Says, fuck it, why don't I just fumble it so it can roll out the back of the end zone on what would have been the first touchdown of my career. This man is a certified dumbass. And in fact, not only should he be cut on the field and released from the New York Jets, he should be banned from the NFL, banned from the sport of football. Go learn how to participate in competitive curling. I'm tired of seeing people fumble the football before breaking the plane, going into the end zone. If you want to celebrate, cool, but why the fuck would you not secure the score first? It makes virtually no sense. Bludgeon this brother. Hit him over the head with several helmets. Twist his ankles. Aaron Rodgers should personally give you an ankle lock himself, you stupid motherfucker, you. Malachi Corley, put your motherfucking head back down, you goddamn bum. Woo woo. Clitoris alert, clitoris alert, woo woo. Clitoris alert, clitoris alert, woo woo woo. Ensuing drive for the Texans, offense has absolutely stalled. CJ Stroud got nowhere to go, and his offensive lineman tried to strip him of the football. He must have had an over on fumbles on his pick'ems or parlay, because why the fuck would you try to strip your quarterback? This fat son of a bitch played quarterback in high school, but that was years ago. Why would you take the football out of your damn quarterback's hands? Are you dumb? A few people tried to say, what if he didn't know that was his teammate? You face mask to face mask. Why are you trying to take the ball away? Where are you even gonna run to? Is this man dumb? First down ends this game. Jacksonville's able to get the stop on Ron Jones, and they're gonna force a punt, but take a look at Trevon Walker. Woo woo. Clitoris alert, clitoris alert, woo woo. Clitoris alert, clitoris alert, woo woo woo. Personal foul on the defense, unnecessary roughness, automatic first down, and because the Jags are out of timeouts, 2 kneel downs is gonna end this game. Look at this dumbass motherfucker. This man over here trying to start a lawnmower, chainsaw, or throwing all kinds of punches. Why you doing the Uzumaki barrage? They already tackled Aaron Jones. The fuck are you doing?
Is the man retarded?
I would understand if they were holding Jones up, but this man was already on the ground. And look at the middle of the screen. He had his fist loaded up to try to falcon punch the football out, but they already whistled the play dead. What are you continuing to fight for? 57 seconds left. You at least have a chance for a decent punt return and maybe at best 2 plays for a shot at the end zone. But you over here straight
disrespect your surroundings!
Mans is in a mosh pit when the game is on the line. You got to be the dumbest motherfucker in helmet and shoulder pads this weekend. He had so much time to stop. Mans ran in there ready to crash out, and even his teammates couldn't stop him.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Cleveland, where they failed to convert on a single attempt all game. Jameis Winston pressured by Patrick Queen. His pass sails incomplete and would be flagged for what they believe to be intentional grounding. But because the offensive lineman put his hand on the football, it would rather be called for illegal touching. So rather than a 10-yard penalty and a loss of down at the spot, it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and Pittsburgh has an option to either accept the penalty and make it 3rd and 7 or declare decline and leave it at 4th and 2, and they went with the smart decision. Decline the flag.
As he was starting to throw the football.
But wait a minute, why the referee still talking to Coach Tomlin? Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. It's been approximately 2 minutes since the flag was thrown on the field. Mike Tomlin, for whatever reason, chooses to now accept the penalty, despite the fact that he declined it already. The referees would honor the decision, and the 4th and 2 would now become 3rd and 7, with Cleveland having 2 opportunities to pick up the first down. The Browns are already in field goal range, albeit in the snow. Why would you now put your team in a position where they have to defend on 2 plays rather than 1 to put yourself in position to win the game? And then to make matters worse, the Steelers called timeout. Just look at the body language of the defense. They're confused at what's going on. Whistle blew. Look at everybody's hands. They upset, trying to understand why would you now give Cleveland even more time to deliberate. You're 1 stop away on defense, 1 first down on offense away from a victory, but you give Cleveland opportunity to think up plays, and they convert on the 3rd down for the first time today. Tomlin, the fuck are you doing? The Browns literally did not trust their kicker to kick the field goal, so they were gonna go for it on 4th down. All you need is 1 stop. They handed you the game on a platter, but you give them 2 opportunities? That doesn't even make sense. Madden wouldn't have accepted the penalty, and that's AI. You're a human being. Why would you make this choice?
Why? 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 Why?
Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. 15 seconds left in Kansas City. For whatever reason, the football is snapped and the Raiders fail to recover it. It's picked up by the Chiefs, and this game is over. Multiple flags on the field. One referee said false start. Other referee said illegal shift. False start would reset the down, but they'd have to be 5 yards further back. A motherfucking illegal shift would result in the play being in play, and if the Chiefs decline it, they win the game. What's crazy is the referees were standing there deliberating for about a minute long to identify what call they thought was best for the situation, and they went with the latter. They would call it illegal shift. Kansas City would regain possession of the football because they declined the penalty. They take the football on the fumble recovery. 1 knee down and this game is over. The Raiders absolutely choke. Las Vegas' center is screaming, saying that's bullshit. He crashing out on his way to the sideline, claiming as if there was some form of collusion, but it was his dumbass who snapped the football early. Take a look at the tight end at the bottom of the screen. He's trying to signal towards his wide receiver to get off of the line because he's misaligned. The snap is taken before he can even move. Nobody was prepared outside of the offensive lineman. There's nothing here that actually signifies a false start. Initially, I thought maybe they had an argument. After watching it again, there's no chance. The Raiders absolutely raided themselves out of this game. Had they recovered the football, they could have at least had a chance, but I believe they would have fallen victim to a 10-second runoff because Kansas City would have accepted the penalty. Look at it again from the side. Nobody moved but the offensive line. Look at the receivers at the top of the screen. Tight end ain't even get out of his set. The running back and quarterback never knew what happened until they saw the O-lineman moving. This is either classic 21st century Raiders or devil magic from this Kansas City Chiefs. Nonetheless, Kansas City somehow survives, wins their 14th consecutive 1-possession game, the longest streak in NFL history, and they advance to 11-1, the worst 11-1 team in the history of the NFL. But 11-1 is still 11-1, and the Raiders are heading to the death note. The champions clinch a playoff spot. Woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo woo. I know the Giants are absolute ass, but if this ain't blatant tanking, I don't know what is. Can somebody explain to me what the fuck did Drew Lock see to where he didn't run to pick up the first down? Homie's controller veered him towards the right for absolutely no reason. Wan'Dale Robinson was blocking for him. Why would you run away from the first down marker? This the type of shit that might get you executed during film study. He might have played his final season in the NFL. Alice gets the stop and gets even better. Oh! I blocked. The Cowboys gonna woo woo. Clitoris alert, woo woo. Clitoris alert, woo woo woo. Couldn't ask for a better scenario if you're a Cowboys fan. You get a punt block, all you gotta do is not touch the football, but Oruwariye appears to be the biggest dumbass on the planet. He just got activated and decided to throw his career away. What you touching balls for? Oh no! This man might have just cost the Cowboys a chance to make a rally to the playoffs. You get a textbook punt block when you desperately needed it inside 2 minutes. You would have had possession of the football already on Cincinnati territory. They've got 3 timeouts. All you need to do is get into field goal range. Brandon Aubrey can make a field goal from a parking lot. The special teams coordinator losing his mind. Everybody's celebrating down in AT&T Stadium. But instead, this dumbass decides to become a Marlon McCree and absolutely cost his team. The fuck is you touching the ball here for? To make matters worse, he didn't even make an actual good effort to catch the football, looking like he just grew a pair of hands for the very first time. The fuck was he trying to do? Throw an alley-oop? Looking like he tried to throw the football over his shoulder. It's football 1-on-1. Special team situation. Get away from the football. You already got the punt block. Where are they going to advance the ball to? It's 4th and
27.
The first down marker is an additional 15 yards away. Just let them recover it. Make the tackle, and you'll have the ball. Some people say football is just a game, but this type of behavior is the type of shit that gets you executed. If this was back in the days in which you had the Coliseum, you should be going one-on-one with a lion. Matter of fact, put him one-on-one with the Undertaker. Halloween was over 5 weeks ago, and this dumbass decided to dress up like Leon Lett. The only difference is when Leon Lett made stupid plays, the Cowboys won Super Bowls. You might have just cost them an opportunity to keep their playoff chances alive. Nobody in the stadium believed the Cowboys was about to lose this game. Look at Zach Taylor's face. He don't even know what he just saw. What are you coaching this man up on the sidelines for? Get him off the field. People this stupid shouldn't be employed. Half of Dallas might be defecating excrement into paper bags and pelting this man's vehicle on his way home from the game. Amane! You fucking idiot! Get off the field, take off your shoulder pads, head to the motherfucking unemployment line, and put your motherfucking head back down, you goddamn bum. Woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo woo. Somebody explain to me just why the fuck NFL players are still making this same mistake. Jonathan Taylor pulled off an untouched, spectacular touchdown that would have made it a double-digit lead, but instead, Mans lets go of the football. For what reason? You didn't even get into the end zone. What are you letting the ball go for? Moreover, it's not even like the man was even celebrating. He just let go of the football unceremoniously, rolls out the back of the end zone, and that's gonna be a touchback. We saw it happen earlier on 2 different occasions during this season. This type of tomfoolery warrants an ass whipping on the sideline. If this was Pop Warner, okay, they're children. If this is high school, you should know better, but you're still children. College, you might mess around and lose your NIL. Professional sports, Ilsa Frost is inside of your motherfucking helmet telling you to let it go, let it go. Jonathan Taylor Swift, get off the field and put your motherfucking head back down.
Stupid bitch.
Woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo woo. 12 minutes left to play, only trailing by 10. For whatever reason, Dan Campbell decides to elect for an onside kick, and Bates does get the bounce, but Mac Hollins gets the catch as he would take it deep inside Lions territory to the 5-yard line. Why would you do this? Don't get me wrong, I recognize the Lions defense is depleted. They haven't been able to stop the Bills all day, but you cannot put yourself in this situation. There's only been an 8% chance of a recovery all season long. Why would you do this to yourself? I recognize Dan Campbell is the king of the gamble, but this is not a gamble you take. Just boot it deep. You have more than enough time for 2 possessions, and now you pigeonholed your team. Get that man a chastity belt. Put the big balls away, sir. Very next play from scrimmage, Allen rolling towards his right, got Ray Davis. He'd fall into the end zone. It's a 3-possession game again, just like that. Woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo woo.
Black and gold. Here we go.
Pittsburgh driving down the field following a Baltimore punt opportunity to take the lead as Russell Wilson with 1-2 step into a butterfingers. He's speared at the 4-yard line, fumble on the play, recovered by the Ravens. If you don't get your goofy ass on the ground, what you getting overzealous for? Just slide, dummy. This ain't 2012 out there playing like
Unlimited diarrhea. Unlimited.
woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo woo.
Black and gold. Here we go.
3rd and 9 for the Steelers at their own 25-yard line. Pass caught by Pat Fryer, moved there across the 40-yard line. One would assume you'd clock the football, but not Russell Wilson. Why spike the ball when you have no idea what play you want to run? They'd let 15 additional seconds run off the clock. Russell Wilson would tuck the ball. Rather than go out of bounds, he'd keep it in the field of play. Get tackled only for a 3-yard gain. They still would not use their timeout, and then he'd proceed to take a sack. What in the Matt Eberflus, Raheem Morris, poor clock management was that? Motherfuckers let 45 seconds run off the clock, never spiked it once, nor used their timeout. Mike Tomlin, what the hell are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
It's one thing for Russell Wilson to be a dumbass and not clock the football, but you on the sideline with the ability to call timeout, why the fuck ain't you use it, stupid? Time is the most important commodity remaining in this game, and somehow you let your team blow through 40 seconds? You picked up the first down and extended the drive with about 1:01 on the clock. I understand not using the timeout here, but look how lackadaisical Pittsburgh was getting back on the ball. I understand not using the timeout here, but why would Russell Wilson keep the football in the field of play? Throw it out of bounds. What does this additional 3 yards even do for you? And then you don't call timeout? Is this your first time playing football? This is why Steeler fans have been calling for your head for years. It doesn't matter if you've never had a losing season, if you always show up mediocre when it matters most. You'd expect this from a coach who's in their infancy. You've been on the sideline for 18 years, and Russell Wilson doesn't get off either. You're 35 years old. You've been a veteran for over a decade, and you don't know how to call a fucking timeout? Both Mike Tomlin and Russell Wilson need to put they motherfucking heads back down.
Unlimited diarrhea. Unlimited.
Woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo woo. 4th down, trailing by 9. Jordan Love finds his man wide open, but this nincompoop doesn't know how to get his feet down in bounds. Fans' awareness rating gotta be a 32. IQ gotta be less than 10. Where's his woman? I know he's a bunny hopper, obsessively touching white. Make sure to turn on the post notifications on YouTube. Also, consider following and subscribing on Twitch. I'm trying to build out the community over there. So once we get to 20,000 followers, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Who likes $500? It could be yours. I was ready to crash out all season long, whether I was streaming or while I was recording the commentary, because these coaches and players did not know how to operate on the gridiron. But what bothered me the most were these two particular organizations: the Chicago Bears, the Atlanta Falcons, Matt Eberflus, Caleb Williams, and Kirk Cousins, and Raheem Morris. I could not wrap my mind around as to why every single week it seems as if y'all did not understand how to play football. Rather than take the points, the Falcons offense would stay on the field. 4th and 5, Kirk family members pass sales, incomplete, turnover on downs. Falcons should have just taken the points, but they wouldn't even have to be in that position on 4th and 5 if the referees actually threw the flag.
Yes, I did!
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end.
A few moments later.
4th and inches, last chance for Atlanta. Handoff to Bijan Robinson, not gonna pick up the first down. The Falcons are stopped short, and they're gonna lose. Coach! This is why it's important to take the points, dummy. You could have been in field goal position to win the game. Instead, you about to lose by 5. And I know what you're thinking. Well, the refs didn't throw the flag for the pass interference. That was on 3rd down. You made the decision to go for it on 4th down. You could have still won this game. Last chance for the Commanders. Jaden Daniels back in the pocket with the Bears providing less pressure than a little Pump album release party. The Bears out there in a prevent defense, and don't you know the prevent defense don't do nothing but prevent you from winning as the pass is ricocheted, caught in the end zone by Noah Brown. Hail Mary touchdown. It's a miracle in Landover as the Commanders pull off an improbable comeback. Noah Brown on the ricochet catch, and they defeat the Chicago Bears. Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. Dumbass of the year, Tyreek Stevenson was over here taunting Commanders fans while the play was going on. And then to make matters worse, not only was it his man who ended up catching the damn pass for the score, it's his dumbass who ricocheted right into his hands, looking like he was on the road to glory as a 1-star recruit straight out of NCAA, getting cooked on national television for real.
There are no olives here. There are no olives here. Bring out the olives.
Bears fans was in the stands gloating. Seth Rollins was celebrating as if he just won the WWE Championship. And mere seconds later, nothing but heartbreak.
I'm gonna kill myself!
And none of this would have happened if that dunce bucket didn't waste his time going back and forth with fans when it was his man he was supposed to be guarding. You see, this is why we always say the game ain't over till it hits 000, but this nincompoop figured, well, a Hail Mary won't never happen.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
And now look at you, looking stupid. I know when he was on the car ride home, he was like...
You ain't ready, baby. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. Hey, this is our house, baby. This is our house, baby. Hey, let's do it. He said you're not ready. He said you're not ready. He said you're not ready. Let it up, baby. Let it up.
Your dumbass wanted to go back and forth with fans, make bets on the sidelines during games, and it was your dumbass who got exposed in front of the entire globe. I bet growing up you had the same classroom and classmates K through 8. You probably thought you could download a car on LimeWire.com. You the type of dumbass to think a PS5 is a PS3 and PS2 taped together. Bear fans was celebrating, setting up their post-game plans, but due to Stevenson's dumbass, now they all in the stands looking sick. But not for the Commanders. Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. The Chicago Bears backed up inside their own end zone. QB Zesty hands it off to DeAndre Swift for no gain, but unfortunately there's a hold in the end zone because the big boys don't know you can't shoot bullets with your gun on safety. After 2 for their mistakes, rather than kick the football off, they attempt an onside kick on what seemed to be a punt that kicked it out of the stratosphere that didn't even go the distance. Pack the Bears up. You're 500 now. Chicago's defense finally able to get a stop, but unfortunately their special teams doesn't know how to football. This man calling for people to get away but refuses to dip himself. Fumble recovered after the muff punt by the Vikings. The Bears turn it over, and look at this dumbass just standing there beside himself because he doesn't understand to move when calling fire. He's frozen out there. Look at him out here trying to look like a maestro, conducting the orchestra. Step away from the football, but my dumbass forgets I have to move too. Now you got balls touching your inner thigh like you were shooting films for the LGBT.
Zesty.
Just a month ago, the Bears were sitting pretty at 4-2. They've lost 4 consecutive games, and this kind of behavior is gonna lead to 5.
The Bears are who we thought they were.
I'm going to take a leak. This guy sucks.
Woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo woo. 36 seconds left to play for QB.
Zesty.
Absolutely nobody blocks Zadarius Smith as they take Caleb Williams down for the sack. Mans is celebrating, but Chicago got to get back on the ball. Why the fuck are they not moving with a sense of urgency? Yo, they got a timeout in their back pocket. Eberflus might want to use it if they don't know what the fuck they doing. This man Caleb Williams is over here signifying he's crazy. It's 15 seconds left. You gotta hike the ball. You're 6 yards away from field goal range. Hike the fucking ball. What are they doing? What are they doing? Bears fans are having aneurysms and heart attacks in front of their television screen trying to figure out why QB
Zesty.
didn't hike the ball. Roma Dunze raising the roof. Pass sails incomplete. Game is over. Detroit wins because the Bears absolutely choke when it comes to time management. What the fuck were they doing?
When I seen him throw that ball.
So late after the snap, I knew Eberflus was done. What the fuck is Chicago doing? First and foremost, right tackle needs to get fired. Caleb Williams takes a sack, right? 30 seconds remaining on the clock right here. You have a timeout in your back pocket. 6 yards to go to get into Eddie Piñeiro's field goal range. They're trying to go and run a play, which is no problem if you don't want to use the timeout. But you got to take the snap here. Look at the confusion at the top of the screen. 14 seconds at this point. They can't even get set in time. In the post-game press conference, Caleb Williams said he changed the play at the end of the game. But here's what I'm not understanding. Eberflus is next to the referee. Call timeout. You're the head coach. If you ever wondered why the Bears are the clowns of the NFC North, look no further. Let's go piece by piece of where they fucked up here. First and foremost, you allow Caleb Williams to go and take a sack because your offensive line is absolute ass. Next, it appears as if the offensive line is damn near looking as if they're gonna huddle up here. You should be on the ball. Nobody's moving with a sense of urgency whatsoever. Now there's 18 seconds remaining. This is the last time Caleb Williams signals for the play. Nobody is set. At the top of the screen, nobody moving with a sense of urgency. Every single individual is completely inept when it comes to time management. The route selection is terrible, and then for whatever reason, Roma Dunze is trying to raise the roof instead of running to the football. Put it in slow motion. He's got to step on the defender. Mans is raising the roof instead of trying to find the damn football, bro. What are you doing? Legitimately, if he just kept running in stride, the football would have landed in the breadbasket. He wouldn't have scored. The Bears would have still lost the game because he would have probably been down at the 3-yard line. But why are you emoting when the game is on the line? This might be the dumbest sequence of events we've seen this entire season. To have a timeout in your back pocket, 30 seconds following the sack. Not only was the snap not off to where you could have had 2 plays, you didn't even use the timeout where nobody knew what the fuck you're doing. At the end of the day, this is a rookie quarterback. If you're a head coach, you've got to know. Don't put yourself in these situations. And instead, the Chicago Bears, who are supposed to be a professional organization, out here looking like a Pop Warner football team. Get these bum-ass motherfuckers off the field. You could never see this type of ineptitude at a high school football game. This the type of conclusion to a football game that makes you want to turn to hard drugs. If I was a Bears fan, I would be hard-pressed to imagine that I wouldn't consider snorting some
14 grams of crack.
Eberflus got fired, and that's rightfully so, but he should not be the lone scapegoat here. Over 50% of the motherfucking franchise need to be the hell up out of there as well, filing for unemployment, because this kind of performance is absolutely ridiculous. You lucky this game wasn't taking place when Al Capone and Frank Nitti was on the streets of Chicago with the outfit, because y'all would have been in a motherfucking suitcase after this shit.
He's gotta go.
Woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo woo. First and goal for Chicago, finally in striking distance. They send in a big boy. Shades of the fridge in 85, hand off to Swift to the end zone for the score. Touchdown Bears. They cut. Shades of Dallas versus Detroit last year. The big boy did not report to the official that he would be eligible. Therefore, the touchdown would be taken off the board. At least in the Lions case last year, they reported and the referees made a mistake. Kramer came into the game and didn't even make eye contact. Homie went out of his way to split in betwixt both officials.
Stupid bitch.
Woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo woo. Final drive before halftime, all 3 timeouts, under 50 seconds left to go in the half. Here come the Falcons, dump off to Darnell Mooney, takes it inside the 25-yard line. You got 3 timeouts, Raheem Morris. Why don't you use one?
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Instead, he tries to go up-tempo, hurry-up offense with 3 timeouts in his back pocket when his rookie quarterback is making his 2nd start of his NFL career in a game that the Falcons absolutely have to win. Now, you would assume they would think about some sort of play that fires into the end zone. Instead, Penix is playing clock control, dumps it off to Kyle Pitts to get out of bounds to stop the clock. You got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You think the timeouts are like an IRA that you can roll over into the next account, or in this context being the next half? You can't take the timeouts with you, you fucking dumbass.
People this stupid shouldn't be allowed to live.
But hey, we've seen terrible clock management before. No way you do it again in the same game, right?
Ah, foreshadowing.
Woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo woo. Following a Washington 3-and-out legacy drive for Michael Penix, 1st and 10 from his own 19, finds Darnell Mooney for the first down. There's 33 seconds remaining. You got 2 timeouts in your back pocket, Raheem Morris.
No, I don't really feel like it.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Atlanta's running to the line of scrimmage, and to make matters worse, it's not even like they're gonna spike the football, which would be absolutely asinine. They're burning a shit ton of clock, and then finally, Penix would take the snap and the pass would sail incomplete, stopping the clock anyway.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Coach! In the first half, you held on to 3 timeouts for what reason? And then here in the second, you do it again. You think you're King Tut? You can't take the timeouts with you, dumbass. It's one thing for the rookie quarterback not to call a timeout, because for all intents and purposes, he would probably not know any better. But you're a fucking head coach. Call time out.
Is the man retarded?
By the way, if you were curious how stupid Raheem Morris just so happens to be, he used a timeout pre-snap because they couldn't figure out a play. So why the fuck didn't you do that after they ran a play and burned about 25 seconds, stupid?
People this stupid shouldn't be allowed to live.
Now with 1 timeout remaining, they're gonna need to get into field goal range, but also keep enough time on the clock that they can run a play. Pass sails incomplete, but they get bailed out from a pass interference call, which was indeed warranted because this could have either been illegal touching, defensive holding, or pass interference. Luckily for the Falcons, they'd get the pass interference call, and that would set them up for a 56-yard field goal to keep their playoff hopes alive. And although it appeared to be good, it stopped short. Mans had the perfect accuracy right down the middle, but just did not have enough power. Motion in the ocean, my ass. Size matters, and your kick is too short to keep the Atlanta Falcons atop the NFC South. Look at this man's face. Look at this man's face. You should be embarrassed because of your piss poor clock management at the end of the first half. This could have been a drive that seals the game with you having possession without even needing to score. Then furthermore, you could have stopped the clock to get in closer field goal range to seal the game in regulation. But instead, your dumbass is heading to after hours because you don't know how to coach. Woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo woo. 3rd down, desperately needing a stop. Grady Jarrett comes unblocked, but unfortunately, Jaden Daniels doesn't give a shit. He'd pick up the 1st down and take it in ATL territory. Coach, your defense is tired. Are you gonna use a timeout?
That doesn't work for me, brother.
No, I don't really feel like it.
Raheem Morris must think this is playoff rules. You're not gonna get another opportunity at the football if you can't get a stop. There hasn't even been a single substitution on defense. Jaden Daniels takes it down to the 2-yard line. Coach, are you disabled? Actually, no. That's an insult to disabled people because even they too would know how to utilize a timeout. What the hell are you doing? 7-minute-plus drive. Did Raheem Morris use any timeouts? Absolutely not. Zach Ertz calls game and sends the Commanders to the playoffs for the first time since 2020 as Jaden Daniels throws his third touchdown on the day, rushes for over 115 plus yards, and the Commanders are heading to the postseason, and the Falcons are heading to obscurity if they can't get a miracle next week. What a catch by Ertz, might I add. 2 touchdowns on the day, absolutely cooking. Dan Quinn with a victory over his protege, but Coach Morris, you've got to be the dumbest man on a sideline in all of sports. Why the fuck didn't you use any of your timeouts?
Why didn't you take a timeout after Darnell's catch on first down?
Probably could have. You know, I thought we can get to the line of scrimmage with our operation, be a little bit faster there, get him there without going on the fast on our ball, try to save that timeout. In hindsight, could have been a good decision or a better decision to take that timeout, but I wanted to have the opportunity to move up there. So, like, you can always second guess those things. You can always second guess those motives. You can always go back and look at him, see if you can get it snapped a little bit quicker. But I really believe we can get our operation time a little bit faster there to be able to save that timeout, still be able to click off, potentially get the pass interference, have a couple more snaps there, save the timeouts, and be able to use them there to get that field goal a little bit closer.
Do you recognize how stupid this man sounds to say that you were hoping to get your operational time a bit faster in a goddamn rookie quarterback's second start of his career in a game that you absolutely have to win? Then to make matters worse, you had 3 piss-poor clock management situations. The end of the first half, the end of regulation, and then in overtime. Not only did you doom your offense, you doomed your defense as well. There's literally no excuse. People who've never watched football nor understand the game would have called the timeout. You've been on sidelines for 20 years and you don't understand situational football? The scammers in Atlanta might just drain your account. What the hell are you doing, Raheem Morris? Put your motherfucking head back down and get your ass off the sideline. Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. Third down, team is dead tired. Of course Raheem Morris ain't gonna call timeout. First down for the Cardinals again. Coach, your team is tired. Are you gonna use a timeout?
Nah, I don't really feel like it.
Carolina still driving. Falcons defense absolutely exhausted. Bryce Young over the middle, got his man. The Panthers are down to the 10. Hey, coach, I know the season is over, but you're still playing for pride. Now would be a very good time to call a timeout.
Nah, I don't really feel like it.
Very next play, virtually no pass rush whatsoever. Bryce Young got all kinds of time, evades a possible rusher, rolling towards his left. He's gonna flip it to his man. He's gonna be down at the 1-yard line. And in a sheer moment of irony, the Carolina Panthers call timeout. Coach! Coach, what are you doing? You trying to get fired in your first year, stupid? Goal from the 1-yard line for Carolina. Hand off to frequent flyer Booby Miles Sanders, who would tell the Falcons to book their flight to Cancun because your season is finished as the Panthers close out the year incredibly strong and send the Falcons straight into obscurity. And I'll tell you what, Eberflus lost his job somehow. Raheem Morris is still employed. But as far as I'm concerned, both owners need to consider selling the doggone team because we got to put y'all out of y'all misery. With that being said, let's continue talking about the craziest things of this particular season. Najee Harris ain't looked like this since Alabama. Give me your ankles, pussy! Just floored a Las Vegas Raider and carries it across the 45. Good God. Mans hit the hole and confiscated this man's foot like a doctor would do a prosthetic after an amputee's cards decline.
Give it to me. Give me what I want.
Don't unlace your cleats. What takes that man ankles? Do not go to the voting booths this November. This is becoming a weekly thing. For the 3rd time this season, Trey McBride out here pressing the triangle button. Get the fuck off of me, Sauce. Welcome to Goomba Land, Jets defender. Wait a minute. Since when? Give me your ankles. Did Jay Herbo have the wheels like this? Buddy was out here performing surgery. Give me your ankles. Had 21 put a Band-Aid on his knee before the play even started. Then later in the game, don't touch me, big boy. Oh, you want some too? Give me your ankles, pussy. Homie took the field, had the Titans defenders looking like U.S. tax dollars. $2 serving absolutely no purpose. My leg. Find somebody who loves you as much as Najee Harris loves the triangle button. Every single week you see this man attempt a hurdle and jump over a motherfucker, transmogrifying them into a Goomba. Legend has it he doesn't even wear thigh pads. That's big ass passports that he keeps inside of his pants. I never seen somebody want to be Mario this bad.
It's me, Mario.
Onside kick, they have to recover. Oh, Taylor Swift has the football. She's gonna go to the end zone. Touchdown.
I feel it. A dream. A dream come true. It's a dream. Wake up. Wake up. That is dream. It's a dream. It's dream. It's dream. It's a dream.
Almighty push.
Oh my God.
The Eagles is giving the Chiefs belt to ass.
Come here.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Where the hell are you going?
Come here.
Why are you running?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I truly do appreciate you hanging out for as long as you have, because I know this is a long-ass motherfucking video. I don't know if you grabbed a meal, probably kicked up your feet on the lazy boy, put this on the doggone television and said, I'm about to dedicate 2.5 to 3 hours to the motherfucking Chiseled Adonis. I appreciate you immensely for tuning in to the 2024 Chiseled Adonis Awards. With that being said, this will bring us to our conclusion. It was once again an incredibly wild season, and I did mention and hint on the stream during Championship Sunday going into Super Bowl Sunday. Unfortunately for the populace, this will be the last year of doing commentary on the NFL. It's been a magnificent run. I thoroughly did enjoy it. Who would have thought that it's a situation to where, you know, I don't get any strikes or takedowns during the season, and somehow this is the perfect way to go out. I thought it was very apropos that we started with an Eagles championship and we conclude with an Eagles championship, and this is the best way to ultimately go and make your exit. So I thank you guys immensely for tuning in over the years. I'm gonna head over to the You know what? Fuck it. I ain't leaving. I ain't fucking leaving. The commentary ain't gonna stop. We gonna continue it. 2025 season, year number 9. The Chiseled Adonis NFL commentary will return this fall. We ain't slowing down. We ain't stopping. Nancy going on a doggone vacation. She ain't never gonna wanna come back. She thought she could mess around and go on a little bit of a hiatus, and that would make me feel as if the battle was done. Oh no. We gonna make sure it's an overkill. I'm gonna freaking Batista bomb you into the motherfucking ground, and we will not slow down with these goddamn NFL commentaries. We're gonna keep going and telling people whenever they get mossed to hold our nuggets, suck our dicks. We're gonna keep making fun of the motherfucking Dallas Cowboys. The Pittsburgh Steelers better no longer continue to be mid, but if they just so happen to be mid, Mike Tomlin, put your motherfucking head back down. We're gonna run over Taylor Swift with all kinds of jokes. Whatever the case may be, Patrick Kermit the Frog Mahomes is gonna continue to get roasted week in, week out, Jalen Hurts is going to continue to sing a little bit of Azalea Banks while he continues to go in betwixt the butt cheeks of whatever center just so happens to snap the doggone football. We will not stop with the motherfucking Chiseled Adonis NFL commentary, and that's all I got to say about that. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I will bid you guys an adieu. I appreciate you tuning in to the award show. Congratulations to all of our winners, and I look forward to seeing what this upcoming season will go ahead and present us with. Y'all have yourselves a very good night. To the Shadow Realm, I go. Hey, I appreciate you watching the entire video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button on the way out if you haven't already. And on top of that, hit that notification bell as well. For whatever reason, YouTube's only showing my videos to 20% of my subscribers. So if you have already turned on the notification bell, turn it off, turn it back on. If you never turn it on, turn it on. I appreciate you.